Let's go for this. Let's go for this. I hope nobody missed me yesterday. Sorry, apologies. Very busy with the workload that I had, but managed to get on and carry on. And also, let me double check something. No, it is live. As far as I know, it is live. So it should have been already live. Yeah. So I can't see. That means I've got to refresh. Let me refresh the chat and see what's going on. Who's here? I can't see anything. Let me check. Alright. Alright. Now I see everyone. I see Jubair Hussein here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice to see you here. Let's go into the content and see exactly what's going on. Right. If you have any coins you want to throw in the chat, please do. Remember, if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe. Join the Discord, it's completely for free. We're talking about all sorts of crazy stuff. So yeah, you're welcome to come and join. And we're going to talk a little bit about Paradexes as well. You probably saw it on the thumbnail. It's coming soon. We are going to talk about that as well, and many other things. Right, let's move straight into the content. Right, let's do this. Let's do this. All right, let's look at the crypto markets today, see what's going on, how they're behaving. We can see the top 200 gainers today. SHIB, KCS did really well today actually. Hollow is going to do a nice little pump coming very soon. I'll mention that because it is coming, I can assure you. But everything else looking okay, nothing too major. BTC a little bit of a dip. USD taking a little bit of a hype again, nothing too much to worry about. ETH holding tight, Mana doing awesome. BUSD, yeah, some of the USDP is, you know what, doesn't matter. Right, let's go straight into this stuff and see exactly what else is going on. Wemix, we have no idea who that is, probably some sort of a scam. I mean, looking at the logo, it doesn't look really cool. Yeah, Crow doing okay. No complaints at all. But as I said, we're going to go into the charts and we're going to see exactly what they're doing. Let's have a look at the free and greed and see exactly what's going on here. Hello. You want to come and say hi? Come on. I got my cat here. Yeah, she's coming over. Come on. Come here. Not on the laptop. Okay, no worries, she doesn't want to come in. So anyway, greed 72, it's okay, no harm at all, no complaints at all. Right, let's refresh this and see what this is showing us. Some BTC came back. Okay, fine, no worries, not to worry about. Ethereum moving around, it's okay, not to worry. Let's have a look at the exchange reserves and everything else, guys. Let's have a look and see what's going on. Exchange reserve, yeah, looking okay. You know, a bit iffy, but it's okay. Let's have a look at futures. Wow, okay, this I gotta show you. Wow, look at this, guys. Futures interest, yeah, we did have a spike, but it's come down now, so I'm quite happy with this. I'm not going to complain too much. I think this is kind of settling down now, because it was kind of ridiculous. It was kind of very ridiculous recently. It was so high. Liquidations, nothing too much to worry about. Actually, let's refresh this and see what's going on. Yeah, it's definitely fine, not to worry about. One good news though, if you look at the Grayscale investments, they have dropped their premiums to 13% now. So that's something really awesome to actually observe, because we know when Grayscale premiums get a little bit more expensive, the market's getting ready to do that big massive pump. So that's definitely coming. Also, let's refresh all of this data and see what's going on. Still sitting at $2.8 trillion, a little bit bloody here and there, nothing much to worry about. Wow, okay, I've got to double check this. Boom, yeah. So yeah, everything holding awesome. Yeah, a little bit bloody here and there, a few coins here and there, but again, as I said, we're going to talk about all of this stuff on our charts. Right, so let's move into BTC. Well, actually before that, we go to the total market cap. Total market cap took a little bit of a dip, kind of changed the trend, so we would have to adjust the trend. This has now become our new trend. You can see 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 touch points. So we've got 1, 2, 3 touch points. This is now our new trend line, right? So but guys, please do understand, this is our new trend line. Also guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those like button. YouTube doesn't like me, so you have to smash those like buttons. Also subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, so this is the only way I can get YouTube to acknowledge that we're trying to do some awesome stuff here. You know, comment, engage, do whatever. Let me know if you have a coin you want me to talk about, or if there's anything you want me to talk about. So market cap looking awesome. I am looking at the stochastic RSI for the entire market. It does look a bit down, but you know what, this doesn't, it's not really relevant because you can't really trade the entire market. I'm sure at some point we can do an index fund, but right now it doesn't make any difference to us. Let's look at the BTC holding trend, as you can see, and it's managed to stay above this zone, so it hasn't really come into this quicksand area. This area that I talk about as a quicksand hasn't come in there, but it's okay. I know a lot of people might think this is a significant dump. Guys, it's only Monday, and if you remember, I did mention on Saturday, I said, guys, market doesn't look like it's doing anything because the volume is low, everything is low. So I've got a feeling it might just carry on like this until Tuesday. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Monday's usually a crappy day anyway, so I wouldn't really bother too much about it. So let's keep an eye on that. Should be fine as long as it holds trend. I wouldn't complain too much about it. So super solid, no issues at all so far. Let's go to the dominance, have a look at that. Yeah, it's coming down. I would love to have it come down even further. Remember, as I mentioned all the time, I want to see this dominance come down to this area. This is what's going to make sure that the market has a chance to move without BTC. And it's good for the altcoins, so I hope that all of that kind of makes sense to you guys. We need it to drop. We need it to drop. Okay, so that's going to give us some sick numbers that we want to see. I mean, my God, if BTC dominance drops, the entire market can just jump, and we can easily see that flipping or whatever you want to call it, that a lot of people are expecting. I think that's definitely possible. Also, I just brought you back here because I want to show you the stochastic RSI and the RSI. So we can see the RSI is now coming back to this particular trend line. If you look carefully, so this particular area here, as long as we don't fall below this neckline or even this neckline, we should be okay, guys. Hey KR, awesome my brother, awesome, nice to see you. So as long as we don't fall below this, we're still okay. The momentum can easily reverse. However, if it does come down, then we can see some bearish action for another week or two. So just be warned that it is absolutely possible that we might come test this line, possibly even go below this if we are going to be bearish for a few weeks. Looking at the stochastic RSI, we can see, look, nothing too super good here. It's also showing how we might calm down a little bit. If we do, then this would be the zone we are targeting, and also this yellow line, if this comes down to this area, it's also a great zone. This is when we go all in, basically. So these are the times that you know that it's the perfect time to enter the market, regardless what price it is, because that's when the market's going to start turning back upwards. And then, oh my God, I mean, you know, these moves, I mean, these each one of these moves that we've seen, these are massive percentage gains, right? When you're looking at this, you're looking at some sick percentage. So that's what we want to see. We want to see where the market takes us. But remember, it's coming into that zone where it's building up momentum. So all that's, you know, all that energy that it's spent, right, it's gone now. So it needs to recover, and it's doing its little recovery. And as soon as it's done, it's going to make that one last move. Or probably, you know, not even a last move, but probably continue. But I'll show you again. I'll bring you back to the BTC charts to show you a lot more on that one. Ethereum, as you can see, look, everything is indicating Ethereum needs to come down. And if you look carefully, Ethereum is also testing this, coming back to test this neckline. It has an absolute chance of going down. Of course, BTC does it, also Ethereum will do it. And it has 20% of the dominance, remember this. So both of these two giants control approximately 62-63% of the entire market. So they will drag the market down a little bit, but I wouldn't worry too much, because all of this is showing us that it's coming back for that rebound. And this is, I mean, showing me Ethereum is in a perfect buy zone. So if anyone missed Ethereum, well, this was your discount. Do you know what I mean? If you missed Ethereum, well, this is your discount, because this is giving us this particular pattern here. And you know what this pattern means, right? I've talked about this many times. It's going to break out, right? Chaos on fire. Bro, get a fire extinguisher. I'm joking. Awesome. So that's what I'm seeing anyway. So so far it looks very good. This is getting ready for that another leg up, but it needs to rest, it needs to find support, it needs to find a base, and this is exactly what all of this means, because it's come to find the base on the Fibonacci 1272 level. And let's see where it goes. Oh, you saw my cat? She's naughty. Oh yeah, she's very naughty. She's very naughty. But she's a spoiled cat, trust me. Spoiled brat. Very spoiled, trust me. She won't eat anything. You know, she's very specific to what she eats and what she does. Very specific. Anyway, let's go into BNB. BNB looking hot, looking absolutely hot. It's holding trend. Right, there's a little trend line here. I don't know if you could see this. Right, this is what I'm seeing. There's this little trend line here, and it's absolutely holding this trend line. Even if it comes a little bit below, I wouldn't be really concerned, because this area here is a very strong support zone for us. Right, so as you can see, we've got this lovely little support zone formed here, which says to me that, you know, we can easily hold that and still continue upwards. So if we did come back down to this trend line, it's absolutely fine. I don't see much of an issue. So that's something I'm going to observe, obviously. Again, BNB, look at the market, doing pretty much exactly the same as what BTC is doing, what Ethereum is doing. So all the top boys, whatever they're doing, these are also following trend. So trend is your friend until the end. Remember this. DOT looking super solid. I know a lot of people are concerned, and yes, DOT did break trend, and you can see how the RSI is coming back down again. DOT, I've explained how the parachains is a 45-day parachains, so it's a 45-day auction. So it will take its time, guys. It will take its time. Just be patient with it. But so far, from a trading point of view, I've seen this pattern form here, and I've actually opened another trade. So remember, I got wiped out the other day. No issues. I've actually opened another trade here. I'm not up. I think I'm up like 1% or 2% or something like this. But I did open another trade because this looks solid as a trader's point of view. Also, the RSI is very close to this line, which means it's going to come and bounce on here, you know, and that's good enough for me. You know, all I'm looking for is this to come down here, bounce, and then shoot up. And all I want is this blue line to lead and move back into this zone. And here, I'll show you guys the picture when I do it on Discord. I'll probably make 20-30%, a little bit more. So it's not a bad little trade, a very good trade, and I'm doing it dot to dot. So, you know, whatever, my settlement's going to be in dot, basically. So I'm really happy with this. I think it's a great opportunity to open a nice little trade. My Solana trade is doing fantastic, and you can see how Solana is actually coming back into the zone. This could reverse from here, and so far it's holding very well. I'll show you this. Look, again, you've probably noticed that I'm showing you the RSI. I'm showing you the stochastic RSI. Why? Because looking at this, what do you really understand? I don't think many of you guys understand this area here, right? You probably won't understand what's going on right now. So we see these bounces, but what I'm looking at, I'm looking trend. I can see my trend is still holding, right? So I can see a greater trend line. I can see a mini term trend line, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm seeing this particular pattern here, which just makes total sense to me when I'm looking at all of this, right? Even if it does this, I'm also looking at this and I'm seeing brilliant. It's all continuously trending upwards. So we might see a little bit of a dip here and there. Does it really matter? Absolutely not. As long as our trading indicators are actually showing us that we are still positive, I'm good with that. And I see a blue line moving on top of the red line. That's positive already for me. So that's a great opportunity to open a trade. Of course, I would love to have the RSI down here as well, but on a trending market, yeah, no way. You're not getting an RSI going to do that for you. Stochastic, yeah. RSI, not entirely. So sometimes you just got to take it with a pinch of salt and understand that we've had the bounce. It's come here. It's reacting to the market. It wants to go up. When this does, we should be able to see. So the pattern I'm observing here is this pattern here. literally, and it can come here and then reverse down again. So all of this looks super solid to me. I don't see an issue. Right, moving to some Cardano. Cardano looking super awesome. It's coming into this perfect zone, so it's not there quite yet, right? It's not there quite yet. You can see the yellow, the RSI is almost there, the red, the blue, almost. I mean, they are perfect zone, right? So when you look at this area here, this line where this line meets up, perfect zone to pick up some more Cardano if you want to, if you've missed it. Right, so that's all I can say to you. Obviously, no financial advice. You do whatever you need to do. I do me. SHIB holding, holding, but I'll show you the chart anyway. Even on Cardano as well, guys. It's not fair. I need to show you the chart. So Cardano, as you can see, look, holding, doing its thing. Let's see where it goes. I'm not that concerned about that. SHIB, look, holding the pattern, and remember what I said, guys, it's going to hold this pattern and then it's going to break out. So now that we've come here, actually it's not even a perfect pattern. I would like to see it bounce here once more. I think if it bounces here once more, then it's a perfect pattern. But however, we can use this data here and say, okay, if this was the area, right, just temporarily use that. We can see a breakout pattern formation here, which would show us that it could potentially break out and go back to its previous all-time high, which is, well, not all-time high, but close to it, at the 7.6 level. So let's see how that one works out. Guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those like buttons. Tell YouTube how awesome we are, you know, as a community, how strong we are. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. All right, let's do this. All I see is KR talking. Where is everybody else? Awesome. So that's what we're looking at, the 7.6 level. Let's see what that does. That's for SHIB. But trader's point of view, when I'm looking at the stochastic RSI, you can see how SHIB is looking super awesome. No complaints here. It's looking awesome. It's showing me there's enough momentum here to push it back up. We don't really need the RSI to come back down. Again, remember, RSI is market sentiment, means that people are still sentimental, people are still bullish. It doesn't really give us much of a indication as to whether you know, the market's going to go up or down. But this trading sentiment does. So this is people sentiment, trading sentiment, and this is telling me people are buying. So this is all good news. Looking at this, look, just as a good example, we're looking at e-gold. What do we see? Trader sentiment is down. People sentiment is down. Why? Because a lot of people, you know, recently they've noticed that how the tokenomics was changed. And I know there are some people who are very happy with the tokenomics, about how they've, you know, rechanged the structures for the new token, the MEX token, I believe. But majority aren't. And up to anybody who understands crypto, majority are not happy because it was just too sudden. There was no consensus, there was no voting, nobody was asked, the developers just went there and just changed it. Fine, they want to change a 100 million token into a billion token, it's fine. But sometimes you've got to give the people the power, let the people decide. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. For example, today I was working with a friend, and we were creating our logo, our favicons, everything. We were doing so many different things for Paradexes, and I'll show you. And I'll explain exactly what's happened there. And I think that will make total sense how you give people the power. So yeah, e-gold looking okay. I mean, it's going to come back and it's going to, as long as it holds this, it's fine. And again, if you look at the pattern, the trend is super solid, by the way. But it's just people's sentiment is not there as much as we would love them to, right? When you look at the pattern, it's absolutely fine. It's still on an upward momentum trend line, coming down a little bit, holding support, moving back up. It's okay, no harm at all. Okay, so there's nothing bad about it, but I think people just changed their sentiment a little bit, and you can see this reflected here, which is showing, guys, it is bearish. It is very bearish when it's all pointing downwards. Everything sentiment is down, right? Let's just look at something completely different, and look, you see the complete reversing pattern. The sentiment is high, very high sentiment indeed. So when we at the drawing, you can see our target was $32. Where did we bounce? Exactly on this, just below actually. It was 27.88 and this was 28.26 or something. So what you can see is we hit that Fibonacci 1.4, tested it, came back down, currently holding this Fibonacci 1272, holding slightly above that. So we know on target we are going to push that. And when did I scream about and shout about this? When we were sitting here about $8-9 down here somewhere, $8-9. So what have we done so far since $8-9? I think it was $9. Yeah, it was around here somewhere. So from here to here, what have we achieved? 194%. We've achieved 194%. So this is the kind of stuff, guys, you got to really understand. If there's a coin that's good and it's pumping beyond your expectations, sometimes just hold on to it. Talking about beyond expectation, I told you I'm not letting go of my Gala. So what did Gala do? Boom. Look at that. I was bullish. I didn't dump it. I held it. It went down to the bloody floor. I'm out. I'm losing money. Fine. What do? I don't sell for a loss. Today, I'm officially in profit. What does Gala signal me? Ooh, look at that. On a daily, Gala's telling me, boys, we're shooting. We're going for the moon. But what am I going to do? I've seen what Gala's been doing. I've been observing this pattern on Gala. Now that I've come to my target zone, as you can see, this was my target zone. I've come to my target zone. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. And actually, I'm not going to risk my money. I waited for Gala to come back. If it goes to the top of the line, I'm going to take some of my profit. I'm going to take everything and I'll find something else. Why? Because the market is oversaturated with game coins. So Gala got lost in all the hype with other coins, many coins, Nakamoto Games, what was the other one? Hero, Sand, Engine, you name it. Loads of different metaverse coins, Decentraland, Mana. It just got covered in all of this, so it was left behind. But of course, it's come back. I had belief, I had conviction, come back, and we did do a nice little pump here. As you can see, if you look carefully, the high we had was 12 cents. 12 cents. So 12 cents is actually, I probably made around, 25%? I made 25% profit on my holding. So I'm quite glad, which is okay. As I said, I'm going to take it out. I'm going to use it elsewhere. Where, I don't know yet, but I'll figure something out. I'm thinking of going more into Crow, because I believe Crow can pump a little bit more, or even BitDAO. So talking about BitDAO, talk about the devil. I'm here on BitDAO, and I'm seeing this pattern. I'm seeing this chance coming back again. I'm seeing BitDAO making another pattern, again on an upward trending momentum, right? When you look at all of this, you can see how this pattern is holding. All of this is indicating to me that we're about to make another move, another leg up, and create another high, because that's what we'll be doing. Pump up, high, down a little bit, correction, come back, down a little bit, pump high, and we've been creating these new highs, new ATH, right? That's what we've been doing. So that's been pretty awesome. So in my opinion, I think it's absolutely doable. We should be, we hit the first target, smack on. Look at that. If you look at this candle here, you can see how the first one we hit exactly on the dot, and we're on trajectory for the second one, and the trend line is secure. So far so good, no complaints here. Guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those like button. If you have a coin you want me to talk about, drop it on the comment. We'll talk about it. Now, with BitDAO, currently trading sentiment is down. Everything is down. I'm not bothered too much, because a lot of people are interested in staking the BitDAO and earning a lot of coins, because Bybit is doing a lot of promotions. So that's probably one of the reasons why it's not really much of a trading momentum going on at the moment. AVAX. Awesome. It created a brand new all-time high last night, and it's come down a little bit, coming for the correction. Absolutely fine. If you look carefully, the target we had was met. The first target was met. Now the first target has become our support. So of course that means that we probably bounce a little bit here and then shoot up again. Again, if we were to have a trend line, what are we really following? Well, this is pretty much what we're following. This is the trajectory, right? So we can see that this pattern here is playing out. So we might come as low as this and then shoot up again. And, we're going to shoot towards our second target, which is $122. However, if you go back to the, give me a second, if you go back to our stochastic RSI and our RSI, what do we see? We see that the market is confused. So when you look at this specific area and you see the pattern forming here, this is a confusion pattern. The market doesn't know whether it should go up or down. It's a trending market. Whales probably want to dump, but people are so super bullish because we hit the $100 now, guys. We've been talking about it since it was $6. $6. We've been talking about it since it was $6, and people are now bullish. So people do what people do. People do what people do. Why am I not surprised? Why am I absolutely not surprised that people would jump in to the pump after it's pumped? It's crazy, but that's the reality of crypto. A lot of people dump in afterwards. But I don't want to talk too much about the rest of them. I'll just talk about a few of the green ones. For example, we've got VeChain here. Again, holding trend, absolutely fine. If you look carefully, you can see it's holding the trend, very solid, absolutely fine. And again, it's on complete track to go to those target levels that we set. Of course, when we get there, we'll talk about it a little bit more. Let's have a look at a few more green ones. Have a look at a few more green ones. We've got Anchor today, again doing its little thing, coming back for it. What I'm proud about Anchor is this. Let me get this level here, and that will make sense to you. So you see Anchor has managed to go peak above this a few times, and this time actually just on the edge of this particular box, right? Because remember, this is was our resistance, now it's our support zone. So you can see just on the edge. If it can close above, then Anchor's just shooting forward. It's just going further onto the target, towards our what was the target? Let me just get this, 21 cents. Anchor's going towards the 21 cents. Of course, this is nothing because that's our previous all-time high, and we can go higher. So that's what it's going to do. Awesome. Right, Atom. I know KR mentioned the other day, he said, oh, bro, which one? This one, that one. And I did say not Atom. So you can see Atom is doing this. But of course, Atom's now coming to a perfect zone. Atom's now coming to a perfect zone. And the pattern Atom is showing us is this pattern here. You know what this pattern means. Boom. So we're going to be ready to break out of this pattern anytime now. And if we did break out, I mean, what would be the target, right? That's probably the question everybody's going to ask. But I can do this target for you. Very simple. I'm not doing the triangle, guys. I'm just doing a fast, rapid round here, just to kind of show you what the target would look like if we did break out. The target takes us to $45. $45. So again, pretty much towards our target zone. Not bad at all, right? Not bad at all. So let's wait, see, observe what happens. As long as the market doesn't dump, this should recover. But if it does dump, then this is kind of bad for Atom. If you look carefully, this becomes an M pattern. So if we go below this one neckline, this area here at any one stage, that's it for Atom. So it goes down even further. We don't like those patterns, remember. Let's go into another one and have a look at Bakery. So you can see Bakery here doing absolutely fine, following trend, come up. So now that Bakery's come up, obviously it's going to go towards that target. Question that we have is it achievable? Can it actually do this? So if we just look at this tight area here, because we're looking for tight zones here. On this tight zone, absolutely possible, saying that we can hit towards the $3 and maybe even further. Let's see what that does. Guys, if you're new to the channel, smash those like button, tell YouTube how awesome we are as a community, how strong we are, and subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. Share with one another if you find value in what we're doing. And of course, we're going to talk about Paradexes at the end as well, and what the progress has been so far. So everything is super awesome. All right, Cake. Let's have a look at Cake. Cake looks interesting. So we know it broke out of the first trend, it kind of failed, fell below this trend and holding this upward trend line. You can see this upward trend line. It's not a, I mean, it's kind of confirmed. Let's see what it does. Again, I'm going to be quite cautious with this one, but for me tracking this, and remember, every coin I own on this section here, I actually own them. So for me, it's a whole different story. I know it's kind of hard to say it this way. It's a whole different story because I've bought them for when they were nothing. Do you know what I mean? So for me, talking about them now is actually quite unfair. So if I was to turn around and say, guys, buy this, there's no point, because look, to be honest, I bought it down here somewhere. So when someone's bought it down here somewhere and I talk about it here, just look at the gains I've already made. It's not fair for me to say, guys, this is going to be in a great zone, because I've already done 8,000%. So it's going to be pretty tough for me to suggest some coins. Like, I know some people say, oh, guys, Sham, what's a good coin to buy? It's really tough for me to say what to buy, because we've done those pumps. I mean, Gala was a good coin that we didn't do the pump, but look, it's come back. So anybody who is strong enough to hold Gala, well, here you go, you had your payday. It might have not been the best payday, but you still got a payday. It's better than nothing. Engine is on track, and there's a lot of you guys probably noticed I talked about Affinity. I specifically talked about how I invested a whole bunch of DOT into Affinity. I don't want to shield Affinity, but I want you to go and research Affinity, please. EFI, go and research this coin, please. You'll understand why I'm so super bullish on Affinity and why I'm so super bullish on Engine. You'll connect the dots, you'll understand. Literally on Polkadot. Connect the dots on Polkadot. It kind of rhymes. All right. Yeah, Clay's been in a crappy zone. As you can see, last time we checked it, it's still in the same box. It hasn't really moved anywhere. So, and we did talk about this. This is a capitulation zone, a accumulation zone. So ultimately, once this zone has been complete, we will decide whether we come back to this particular area here, which I can put this. So this area here, or move into the target zone. So let's see. We still got to wait and see, wait and observe, because this zone here does nothing. It does nothing. It just moves sideways. I know a lot of you guys still love your Matic. I've obviously dumped it, but Matic, yeah, it's okay, looking okay. Patterns forming very good. It could easily come test all of these and then bounce up again. So yeah, as long as the market is trending, Matic looks okay. I mean, in fact, we could even see a pattern like this form in Matic very soon, or even come and bounce here and then move even further. So Matic could actually hit those higher targets that we've had. So let's have a look and see how that one does. Guys, if you have any coins you want me to talk about, drop it in the comments. Drop in the comments, because I wouldn't have a clue what you're saying, because my chat is always bugged. So let me refresh again. But yeah, if there's a coin you want me to talk about, drop it in the chat. And if you're bugged out as well, then YouTube must be bugged. Right. Yeah, Matic. What else we're going to talk about? Let's see. No point talking about this. Actually, I don't hold any TRX. I don't even know why it's here. Probably for one of you guys. I don't know. I don't hold TRX anymore. I've got rid of TRX. TRX looking awesome. Look at this. It came, tested, and currently in that box, absolutely fine. Just needs to close the body above, and then it can start bouncing up towards the targets. The first target, which is the previous all-time high, and then the future target, which is the 1618 level at the 26 cents. So let's see where that goes. Right. Luna, come on, super. You buy it, you forget about it. Talked about Luna. You buy Luna and you forget about it. Luna hasn't done anything, isn't going to do anything, but when it does, it's going to scare the life out of you. That's what Luna's going to do. Luna, the team itself, kind of scammy, but it's okay. I'll give it to them. For their own ecosystem, they have actually collaborated with many companies and many other ventures and other funds, massive funds, by the way. And they have over 135 new projects coming. Terra Luna is launching 135 new projects on their blockchain. That's how super bullish I am because of that news. 135. They couldn't get the developers to build, so they just said, sod it, we just fund it ourselves. So they're building this whole ecosystem. Good evening, first time watching. Would love to see your TA on Q&T if you have time. Awesome, my brother, definitely, no worries. Todd, awesome for joining the show. Thank you very much. Yeah, definitely, I'll drop that in there for you. That's not an issue, bro. That's what I do. You come to the show, ask me a question or whatnot. and we're happy to talk about it. Also, you probably noticed the thumbnail, Paradexes. Paradexes is our own community decentralized exchange. We are launching very soon, and we call it community because I'll explain. Actually, wait, I'm going to explain that. We're going to come to this, and I'm going to explain why it's a community one. You'll understand a lot more about this when we get there. So Luna is going to pump. When it pumps, it's going to pump, right? So for now, just be patient with it. Rune is another complete different thing. When there's FUD in the market, remember Rune is going to take over. But saying that, I think we're kind of unfair now because Paradox is going to take over Rune. So yeah. I'm not going to diss them. I love them. I love Rune. And we bought Rune down here when everybody was panicking when they got hacked. Look where we are today, and still got plenty of room to grow. So of course we hit most of our targets, and we've got plenty of new targets to go to. We are going to go there, absolutely fine. Now this is a coin I do talk about quite a lot, and my god, it was beautiful. It came, the pattern was super awesome, right? When you look at this, you can see it was super awesome. The correction was just perfect, and it came back to the zone where it was a perfect buy zone. Sadly, I didn't top up anymore, but I wish I could. If I could, I would have definitely topped up, but I didn't because I've actually been super bullish on Crow recently, because we did do a decentralized exchange launch on Crow on crypto.com, and I think we were the first decentralized exchange there, and I did kind of contribute towards the liquidity generation event, which I have a complete different name for on our own decks, and yeah, I did go into this. So you know, LP tokens and everything, it's a whole different ball game. So you have a revenue earning system, so it's a different thing, you know, definite thing. Let's have a look at the other stuff. Ramp is good. Remember, I'm always super bullish on Ramp. I love Ramp. Ramp is the only cryptocurrency project that created a fiat on ramp and off ramp by using crypto technology. It's a fintech company. So I do support them, and maybe I'll have a conversation with them for our own decks to have a decentralized way of having a fiat and on ramp and off ramp. So we are going to look into them. We are going to talk to the founders. We're going to talk to the teams and see how that could be implemented into a decentralized exchange without any ownership. I don't know, it's going to be quite hard, but yeah, we think we complicate it for ourselves. So yeah, we're going to watch out for that one. Woo's been really good. Listen, I've been moaning about Woo since we were here, and Woo's just been moving. So Woo's doing awesome, and I do have a nice little long trade with about 30% up currently on Woo. So super solid on Woo. Also, I'm staking it on Bybit. And if you stake your Woo on Bybit, I think they were doing about 300% or 500% APY. And of course, as more people come and join the pool, the rewards are less because it's a fixed supply. A lot of people don't understand the variable APY. So the less the people, the more you earn. The more people join, the less it becomes, right? So I think currently I'm sitting around 211% APY. I ain't complaining. I got some Woo. I'm trading the Woo, and I'm still holding, and I'm earning 400%. That's awesome on a centralized exchange. Come on, that's unheard of. So that's what I'm doing. Give me a second, guys. Oh, right. So that's what's going on. So I'm just tired. I've been all day. Had about 2 hours sleep last night. 2 hours freaking sleep. Went to uni all day. Came back. Been in meetings all day long. One after the other. Basically back to back, and yeah, had some food, and just thought, right, okay, before I really fall asleep or become too tired, I might as well just do this. So that's why I just jumped on the stream. Normally my streams are between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. in the UK time. Yeah, we talked about Dream's doing this little thing, so nothing to talk about here. Dream is looking super awesome. Pattern seems to be awesome. Right, let's actually no, I didn't talk about Dream. I didn't talk about Dream. Guys, you should have told me. I didn't talk about Dream. So when I talk about Dream and I'm talking about super awesome, I'm talking about this pattern here. Actually, let me show it with this. It'll be easier. So this is what Dream did recently, right? So when Dream, it did this, right? So this was like kind of an area that it was kind of following down, and then it found its base. So it actually found its base here, and now it started to move up again. Remember, it's a very new coin, very new coin. and it's found its base, and the trend has now reversed. So of course we have different target zones where we need to get up, and then we have these higher targets for dreams. So again, it's one of those coins, is a game coin that, because of this oversaturated market, too many game coins and too many scam coins coming out there, it got dumped. But the game is super awesome. I'll be honest with you, I've played the game. It's a super awesome game, so check it out. I recommend, you know, if you're not the coin, at least check out the game. Is if you like your, you know, adventure games and this and that, like your MMO style games, check it out. I'm not joking, it's actually a super cool thing. Jubair says XYO is super cool. XYO is a super cool project. But one thing remember about XYO, if you're looking at it because it's pumped, then you shouldn't be looking at it. So remember, there's a very simple rule. Actually, a lot of people don't understand this rule. The simple rule is very simple. If it's pumped, then don't look at it. If it hasn't pumped, go for it. So for example, if you want to look at XYO, now's a great time to look at it. Okay, if you want to look at XYO, no financial advice, but this is a great time to look at it. Of course, can it dump further? Possibly, but this is a perfect buy zone. So if you look at the white line, you can see how it's come and found support, right, on this area or around this area. It's absolutely fine. When does it become super bearish? When it becomes here. Is it likely to come to this area? I don't think so. So just look at this area. If you want to pick up some XYO, now would be a good opportunity to pick up some XYO, in my opinion. But as I said, this is not financial advice. You do what you do. But this looks highly unlikely. This looks like the area where the support's going to be held and go. Of course, it can dip a little bit down, but that's about it. This looks like it's going to come into the zone and then push back up again. See what happens. Him is saying, any more recommended metaverse coins? Bro, Mana, Sand, no financial advice. Yeah, that's not a token, by the way. I should make an NFT out of that. Mana, Sand, my mind's gone blank. Engine I talked about. Nakamoto Games, that's really cool. Nakamoto Games. And Hero is good. Block, BLOC, Block. Block's another one. That's another one I've been observing. Block seems to be quite good. And there is a few other coins out there, but they pumped already, so I wouldn't really bother with them. Like Illuvium's pumped. We had Axies, obviously everyone knows about Axie now, pumped. But there is a few more coming out, and I believe there's a Pokemon NFT metaverse game coming as well. So you know the Pokemon Go game that you can run around outside and catch Pokemons? Well, apparently that's going to do some NFT, and they've announced it themselves. They're thinking about making it into an NFT. That's going to be sick. But again, NFTs and NFT games, two different ball games, so you got to really understand the market for what it is. So let's see what happens there. Right, where were we? Okay, we did all of this, we did everything. Crow, look, I don't want to say anything. Crow created a brand new all-time high at 52 cents, and our target was 67 cents, or 62 cents actually. So we're not that far from where we are. I mean, now where we are, we can actually even create a brand new target and say, okay, what was this area? Where can we go? Even this is saying 64 now. The max is telling us is 64 cents. So super solid. I do have a 67 cents target set up on my alerts. 67 and then $1 set up on my alerts. So let's see where that goes. But for now, it's doing awesome, and it's going to pump even more, and that's the reason why I'm pumping even more. I mean, when we did the Crow event, and it was not easy, guys. By the way, a lot of people are having problems because it was the first ever decentralized exchange on Crow, the actual blockchain. Many problems are happening. Many people couldn't get the liquidity tokens. Many people couldn't claim their LP tokens. Many people are going to have to wait months before they see anything, right? So that, trust me, it's been complicated. That's one of the reasons why I didn't say anything, but I did participate. I did support the network. We did everything. In total, during the event, I think it was 976,000, almost a million Crow was locked into the liquidity. So that's super support. When you look at that, many people are supporting the project. They love the idea, and of course you're going to be earning some decent fees. Why wouldn't you? So that was a nice little experiment to be in. I've experienced a lot, but I can see crypto.com is lagging. It's not as popular yet, but this could easily be the next BNB. Now you understand why I'm so super bullish on this. Because when I had BNB at a few dollars, I didn't really think it could come to $600. I'll be honest with you. I thought 20, 30, maybe 100. So I gave it up to 100, but it never stopped. When it went to 100, it went to 200. It went to 200, it went to 300. And I was like, I'm just going to keep on adjusting my levels until I'm now sitting at, what, $1,100 target for BNB? And it went beyond the point of me even selling it. I was like, what's the point even selling it? I might as well just hold on to it. And it's going to come in handy, obviously, for Paradex, because we're launching on BNB, and I'm going to use most of those coins to basically provide liquidity for, well, not most, actually. If I did, then that would be unfair. I'm going to use a small amount. I don't want to be a whale or anything like this, but I am going to use a small amount to provide liquidity, just like everybody else by it. So let's do brother asked for QNT. So we're going to do some QNT quant. And we did have a pattern drawn. As you can see, we did break out, but this pattern wasn't valid. So let's sort this pattern out. This pattern is more like this, if I'm correct. Yeah, if we adjust it, it's more like this. Looking okay, nothing too much. Let's have a look and see what we could expect to see. So far we know we hit the floor. So this was the floor. So we know we've hit this floor. In fact, this floor actually comes all the way up to here. So this is the floor. We've hit the floor. Now that we've hit the floor, we are in this trajectory. If you look carefully, and I'll show you a little bit more data on this, that will make total sense to you. So this is how we check the facts in the charts. Now we know the fact was this was the close, and these were all closes. Those were the peaks, and you can see it's coming back in to test that zone. Once it tests that zone, it should actually break out, and let's just use this area here. If we use this as a target level here, we can see that if it does break out, say today, tomorrow, day after, whenever, we do have a target, and the target would be exactly on this white line, which is around the $429 from where we are. So we have a lovely little target. Of course, we need confirmation. We can't just use a simple line on a chart and say, well, this is what we're doing. We don't want to be moon boys. We need confluence. We need confirmation, right? And so far what we can see is we have a Fibonacci confirmation giving us this particular area, 367. So we know that if we go to 367, can we hit that target that we just drew? And according to this, we can hit even more. So if we do hit the first target of the 367, as you can see here, the 367, yeah, we can then push towards a higher target than exactly what the breakout target is. And of course, if you look at the breakout target, just observe closely, what you'll notice, it actually goes above the previous high. So far so good, looking awesome. But again, guys, always keep an eye on the volume. Double check if the volume is good. If the volume is not, by the way, guys, sorry, I've got a bad knee today. I've got a very bad knee today. Yeah. Okay, so always double check the volume, see if the volume's good enough, because that's what gives you an indication that are people actually interested in this. Because if they're not interested, then you got a bit of a problem. So we can see volume, not much actually. 80 million. Where's the volume been? Let's have a look and see where all the volume has been. So far so good. Everything looking super awesome. Prices looking awesome. Pumps are looking awesome. Who's had the most volume? We can see this here. Look, 16 million volume. Not bad. 20% of volume on Binance. So of course, this is giving us a good indication that there's high confidence. People are trading this. We can also see that you know, the volume is super fantastic. You've got no issues here at all. So all of this is saying it's great. It's doing its little thing. I wouldn't have an issue with talking about quant or anything like this. Super awesome. Other than that, let's move over to what happened today. So What, obviously we're talking about Paradexes, right? So let's talk about Paradexes a little bit, very little. Also, guys, give me a second. No worries, my bro, Todd. That's what I'm here for. We also have a lovely little Discord community where we actually, you know, if I'm not on the YouTube, I actually communicate through there as well. And yeah, a lot of the guys, they will come over and they will talk to me from that section. So yeah, anytime. Albin, how you doing, my brother? You're right. Nice to see you. Right, you're in perfect time, by the way. We are now gonna talk about, no, not this. Let's see. No, not this either. I'm just going to monitor this. That's what I'm going to do. We're not talking about any of this. We are going to talk about Paradexes. And today, with the help of one of our community members, and this is why I said this is a community DEX. We've been taking input from the community. We've been doing a whole bunch of other stuff with the community, to the point a professional logo designer, and his name will be going here. His details, you can contact him if you guys want any work done. Support the guy. So you can see this was all done by him. Even the back image was done by him. You can see a mountain, you can see the universe, you can see Paradexes. So all of this was done by him. The design, he helped, I mean, he spent a couple of hours with me doing all of this, getting all the pages and everything in line. And yeah, this is Paradexes. This is the website. This is a logo created by the community member. You see what I mean? So for us, what's unique about this whole project, I've always said this, we are decentralized. We have no VC. Some people have asked me, is there going to be any VCs? VCs can enter the market later on, but they can buy from the market if whales and hedge funds or whoever want to buy this coin for discount or cheap before it pumps. You got no choice but to come and buy on the open market. We are having a fair launch. We are having a fair launch. That means nobody gets first dibs. That means everybody gets the coin the same way as everybody else does. Okay. So it's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. Also, I did mention one thing, I believe, privately. I'm not sure if I mentioned this on thing, but I can mention it now as well, because once the confirmation is there, we can talk about it. So the token is going to be technically dividend bearing, which means if you lock your token and you provide liquidity, you should be earning, and you will be earning, a network exchange fee for providing that service. And also there are other rewards as well that you receive later, but those are like time rewards, maybe like once a month or maybe once every 3 months, depending on how much volume we have. There are other bonuses and perks that you will get from holding those LP tokens. So if that makes sense. So there are definitely loads of new features, loads of new features that we want to bring in. To the point, we also want to bring in NFT marketplace as well. So basically you can actually now mint your own NFT, do whatever you want directly on the platform. Okay, that's the idea. You should be able to do it directly on the platform, mint whatever you want, do whatever you want. If you're going to put your take a picture of your uncle and make an NFT out of it, by all means. And it should be cheap enough for you to do it. That's the idea. It should be cheap enough for you to be able to do whatever. I even have a joke. I've had other organizations and other community members reach out to me, and they've asked whether they could launch their tokens, their projects on our DEX. And I call it our. Why? Because it's not mine. It wasn't for me. There's plenty of DEXs out there I could do for myself. I could put my brand on it, I could put my name on it, and I could call it mine and do that. But that's not me. This is decentralized. This is open source. And this is community. It's all community. So yeah, I know a lot of people thought, oh, this guy's going to make a ton of money. No, I'm not. I'm going to buy just like everybody else. So I'm going to buy on the open market just like, yes, of course, I'm going to join the event, because people said, is there a pre-sale? No, we don't have a pre-sale. What we have is a fair launch. I will join the fair launch. and the fair launch will be, again, it will be based on a specific time period. So this way we prevent high gas fees, and we also do it over a length of time, so many people could enter and benefit from it at the same time. So it's not going to be targeted like, okay, someone's going to come in, dump all this money, buy all this. No, it's not going to happen. So we are taking a lot of measures to make sure that we don't really end up having any whales or anything inside that. So I do recommend go to paradexes.com. The spelling is Paradexes. Parallel decentralized exchanges across many chains. Paradexes. Of course, there's plenty of stuff to read about. You know, have a read, what problems we solve, what we aim to do. Now, one thing I will say to you guys, this specific section here is not completed yet. Please do understand, and I'd like to put this on the video so everybody knows this is not completed yet. There are plenty of other information that I can put in. I might not even do it here. I might have a whole documentation, and there is a lot. Trust me, there is absolutely a lot of information. So it's going to be too long, so I'm not going to put it all here. I'm going to put it on a documentation. Also, you can see everybody is going to get credit where it's due. Everyone will get credit where it's due. And this is here just for now. So of course, if you click this, it takes you to my channel. If you click this, it takes you to our Discord. It's only there for now, right? Once this project grows, we are going to move the Paradex community over to its own native Discord, and probably even its own native what you call this, YouTube. All right, so I'll get some marketing teams, and I said this to everybody as well. I said, guys, I will fund the marketing. So whatever marketing costs, whatever it, whatever it takes, I will do that myself. And I'll make sure get some videos done, marketing tools done, and everything, and hopefully help the community grow further. Because the more people buy, hold, and stake, the more value they find. Because as I said, it's like kind of a dividend-bearing coin. You hold you lock the token, you hold the token, you're earning revenue. And you're earning revenue the whole time. So just by holding the LP token, you've got immense value coming back to you. So that's one of the things that we've built in natively. And yeah, it should be pretty awesome. So guys, remember, if you're new to the channel, smash those like button. Okay, if you're new, also consider subscribing, join our Discord. But yeah, most of the announcements going to go there. And I have mentioned this to some people as well. Sorry, my back hurts, guys. I've mentioned this to a few people. I said, Discord and YouTube, the community we have here, it's a very small community, by the way, but it's a close community, right? You literally get the first dibs, technically, because where am I going to announce it? Think about it. I can announce to the world. I can go invest that money, put a radio ad, put a TV ad, put a whatever ad, right? Put a banner up, poster up, whatever, put a billboard up, no problem. But you guys are getting that first chance. So think about that. And then obviously it's going to go out further. So this is the kind of thing I'm doing. It's like, I want to help my community. I've always mentioned this because so many people have asked me in the past, they're like, how do you enter these things before the VCs? The answer is you can't. If a project has a VC, if a project has a seed fund, he already has it. You can't. The public will never be able to enter before them. Think about it. And those are the same projects that get these massive marketing campaigns, massive pumps, and massive everything, because they're getting the money to do it. And why? Because ventures know if we buy these things for a penny or less than a penny, and we just sit on it, pump the whole damn thing, get the retail in, get people like you and me in, and we can pump it to the moon. And I'm saying, well, why do we need VCs to do that? Why can't we do it? Because ultimately, guess who actually does pump it? It's the armies that we have. Shiba. There was no marketing campaign. The Shiba army done it themselves. Ripple, we've got an army. They do it themselves. So if we've got different armies in different locations and different chains, then people power all the way. I'm telling you, people power all the way. Right. Guys, any one of you want to throw any coins? If you do, then please drop it. As I said, there's some information here. They are getting updated regularly. Once I'm fully updated, of course, it's going to be there. And this one button, right? So when we do finish, this one button should open the actual decentralized exchange very, very soon. It will open up the decentralized exchange very soon. So when you click that button, it will normally take you to the app. And that's where you're going to be basically doing whatever you want. I see Fujurka. Hi, what do you think of Algo? I've bought 217 breakout and I plan to sell it if it closes below 19 today. What's your opinion? Hold on. You bought it at 217 and you want to sell it if it falls below 190. Why would you do that for? Don't get me wrong, please don't get me wrong, right? Let me explain this to you. If you buy something, you bought a crypto, right? And I know you're new to the channel. I hope you don't take offense what I'm about to say to you, because I always say this to everybody, right? If you bought a particular cryptocurrency, there's one thing you have to absolutely understand is this is your digital property. You don't lose it. So if it goes down, don't sell it for a loss. It's going to come back. Algo's a great project. It's been doing awesome, right? It's not a new project. It's a very, very old project. If you're looking at some of those dog coins and meme coins, I'll say, well, get the hell out as soon as you can. Take your money and run. Honestly, that's what I would say. But when you got projects like Algo and this and that, look where you are right now. Look where you are. Look at this. Do you even know what this is? So I'm not sure if you do. However, I will tell you what this is, right? So this will make total sense to you. Let me find my tool. Right? This will make total sense to you. So you see this pattern here. This, my friend, is known as a cup and handle. It's known as a cup and handle. So you've got a cup and handle forming here, literally, like, you know, if I even put this here, you've got literally a cup and handle, actually not this, but you can see how this cup and handle is forming here. This is a cup and handle. Cup and handle breakouts have the power to do one specific thing if they do break out. So you bought it at a breakout, you bought it at 217, you shouldn't be even thinking of selling. And look, this is showing it to you, right? This is, like, let me just put it here. This will make total sense to you. Let's make this larger as well. If you bought this, you shouldn't even think of selling this anything less than approximately here, right? Which is the $5.77. You bought it at 217. Do not, and this is a financial advice. Do not sell for a profit. For a loss. You don't do that. What's wrong with you? Do you buy to give to the market? My God, come on. Never ever sell anything less than what you bought it for, especially in crypto. It's your own digital asset. And so far, the trend is your friend. The trend is super, super solid. All the trend is telling me is it wants to move back up. It might come down a little bit here. It might come down to all the way down to 150. Who cares? Because the next move is going this way. So when we look at this, we know it's a super solid the pattern, and we're so close to the previous all-time high that it's not much. I mean, if you look carefully, how many percentage? So from here, where we are right now, to where we need to go, that's only a 70%. And trust me, on the peak of the cycle, and especially when we have the power breakout moves, these 70% are like 7%. They don't even matter. They're insignificant. So I hope this kind of makes sense to you. Do not ever sell anything unless you got a shit coin or a scam coin. Obviously, get the hell out. If you bought Squid Games, you should have got the hell out. Big projects like this, you buy it for 217. Do not even imagine or think about it, even in your nightmares, to sell it for less than that. Come on. Why do you want to lose money for? Just hold, be patient with it. It's going to come back and it will shoot. Okay, it will shoot. Of course, if you bought it at 217 and you say you have a target to sell it at 250, that's fine. You make your money, you get out, but never ever lose money. Right. Albin plays. I still don't know about Polkadot and the Parachain auction. Didn't seem to help. I'm down like 14. Should I wait or break even? What do you mean break even? Why would you break even for? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Why do you not still know about Parachain auctions? Why? I don't understand. Right, let me open something up. Why is it so hard for you to find the Parachain auctions? Let's go here. Search. Why is it so hard for you to find Parachain's auctions? So if you look here, they are supporting the Parachain auctions. Okay. Once you're here, you can see all the auction dates or whatever. All systems go. All the technicals paper. Here, launch multi. Hold on. Let me go back in here. So you can see. Okay, let's do it here. One second, let me do it differently, because there is a section here that talks about the Parachains. This is not, this is the Polkadot section, so they forwarded us to the Polkadot section, right? But actually, not this. Those are the dates and all the arguments and all the bollocks that comes with it. We don't want to look at that. You see here, Binance will start for more details. So this section here, I see what they've done. So they've deactivated this. They've actually deactivated this. That's one of the reasons why we can't see this, because normally you'd be able to jump into it from here. Yeah. So they've deactivated this, right? So that's one of the reasons why we can't see it. So yeah, now I understand why some of you guys are having difficulties, because Binance did do the parachains. Let me see if they do have it here. Yeah, they've clearly what do you call this? Yeah, so they've deactivated that button, but there was a button that allowed people to join the parachain auctions. However, if you can't do it from Binance, my advice is just go direct with Polkadot and go and do it there, because you can go there and actually do your parachain auctions there, and all you're doing is you're betting. So for example, I show it here. So say for example you go here, you can see this is like a race thingy, right? And whichever one gets the highest amount of funding is the one that's going to win, obviously, and you got to set your funding accordingly. So we can see we've got 3 of these horses in the race so far, looking super solid. Any one of them could win. If they win, they lock it for 2 years, but you start getting these tokens as a reward. So you're not really losing out. And of course, if you bet on all of them, and you say, I want to lock my tokens on all of them, and you see these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 still waiting for the actual information to come through, you can see that if they don't win, you get your dot back anyway. And of course, if you're thinking that dot should have pumped now, and dot should have done this, and no, dot shouldn't have done anything. Dot shouldn't have done anything. You enter with your risk, with your strategy. If you know it's a good coin, you buy, you hold, you make money, do whatever. Nobody's asking you to jump into dot because of parachains. Think about it. Nobody's asking you to join. If you want to join parachains, go and join parachains. So it doesn't matter if it's dropping, if it's doing anything. You want to break even, by all means break even. But saying that, it doesn't make any sense. Do you know what I mean? So, parachains hasn't done anything, I'm going to break even and get out. by all means, bro, it's your money. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. If you didn't understand the purpose of why the parachains matter, why people holding DOT are locking their DOT, you shouldn't be in DOT. And it's a funny thing. It's like, I say this to quite a few people. They're like, oh, I want to get into this. Okay. Oh, I want to do this. And then didn't do it. Oh, this is not right. This is rubbish. Did you even understand what it is? And they're like, no, I didn't know anything. I just heard a mate said so. If you don't understand it, you shouldn't be in it. Very simple. Very simple. That's how you get wrecked. Your emotions get wrecked more than anything else. I'm saying the parachain didn't help the price of Polkadot. Of course, the parachain price, what did I say to you? It's a 45-day auction per thing. So this whole slot doesn't finish. They're 45 days, 45 days, 45 days, 45 days. If they don't win, your money comes back. People start buying and selling. Right now, people are not buying. The same thing I actually talked about a little bit ago, right? A little while ago, I talked about Bit token. Right? Where is it? Where is my Bit token gone? I think it's up here somewhere. I talked about Bit token. The same situation has happened to the Bit token. Right? Where is it? Where's Bit? Bit. Same situation with Bit. Why isn't the price moving on Bit? Because too many people are busy locking it up. Why isn't Polkadot price moving? Too many people are busy locking it up. Who wants to trade it when you can earn more with it, when you can do a lot more with it, when you can get 17% for locking on Bybit, other exchanges giving you some ridiculous amount of APY? Why would you? Why would you trade this anymore? Why would you want anything to do with the price when all you want to do is lock the damn thing up? And of course, once enough is locked up and everything is over, what happens then? Well, let's go and trade the DOT. There's not enough to trade because everyone else has locked it. So I hope this kind of makes sense, bro. Hope this kind of makes sense. Let's go, Gala. SMZ, also my brother. Nice to see you. Damn, we've had quite a few visitors today. I've seen about 20 likes. Guys, smash those likes. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. Let's grow this community. And if you have any other coins you want me to talk about, please drop them in the comments. And if you want me to have a go at you for saying something silly, then please be my guest. Please be my guest. Listen, no holds barred here, bro. I don't give a damn end of the day, right? So for me, I've always been one of those guys, no BS, just 100% honesty. And whatever comes out, comes from the heart. Trust me, when I'm cursing you, it's coming from the heart, right? I'm not cursing you, but it's coming with love. That's what I'm trying to say here. So I'm just like, guys, try and make some sense of the market. Market is there. It's going to do its thing. But we got to also understand the logic behind certain things that happen. I mean, right now, if you go to most of these platforms, I believe. Let me see if I can get one here. Let me activate this. Give me a second. If you go to most of these markets, right? I mean, if you just look at some of these ridiculous adverts, right? When you look at this ridiculous, let me just open one up just to show you, right? You'll understand what's going on. So here. Go bananas. Go bananas. This is Broad Ape or Bored Ape. What is it? Let me see. Ape strong together. Let me show you. Yeah, these are Bored Apes, right? Or Yacht Club or whatever this is, right? These are premium freaking NFTs. And what they're saying is, look, go, trade, do whatever, enter, and you can win one of these. I'm trading already. I haven't invited anyone, but my invitation is there below the description. In the description, it's there in the link. Albin, I didn't have a go at you, bro. I'm just having a joke. You're just trying to help me. Of course, my bro. I'm trying to help you to understand logic, nothing more. So listen, I'm not having a go at you. I just joke around a little bit sometimes. Sometimes I don't know if you watched this show before back in the days, because a lot of the friends and family used to watch this, and I used to like, I'll beat it into you, I'll beat it into you. So I used to joke a little bit like that. But yeah, I mean, if you look at this, Go Bananas. So that's the Go Bananas promotion. So whatever, all of these are there, right? And there's plenty more promotions like this. If you go back to the exchange, you can see this kind of crazy shit that goes on, all right? Where is it? Let me show you. There's so many crazy nutty promotions going on. No, these are not the ones on the mobile. Oh, there, it does come up. Right, so check this out. Let's just show you this. Right, this is hilarious. Look, IMX pool 50% APY. So what's going to happen to IMX? It's going to dump like hell. Mana pool 50% APY. 50 freaking percent. So what do you think is going to happen to Mana? You know, it can either pump or it might not do anything because nobody's trading it. I mean, ETH is at 2.5%. This was at 111% the other day. So, I mean, when you just look at some of these ridiculous deals that they do, so they do these crazy deals every now and then. It's insane. Guys, it is absolutely insane, some of the stuff that they come up with. Right, let's see if we got another one here. I'm trying to see if this thing refreshes, because there's so many different promotions there. I mean, which is this? Okay, I think I can show it here. Woo. I think this is specifically for Woo. Yes. Look at this. 21% APY. 144% APY. So what happens to Woo when this happens, when people start locking their Woo? Well, I can show you. You'll understand. Boom. Woo goes red. Look, Woo goes red because people are not buying and selling anymore. The trading sentiment has changed now. The trading sentiment has completely changed. Now it's like, oh, let's lock and earn. So that's what happens. A lot of these things. But yeah, I'm glad some of the coins are coming back, guys. I'm really glad some of these little ones that were having issues, they're definitely coming back now. You know, some, oh, sorry guys, oh, back hurts, everything's. Also, let me just double check one thing. How the hell are people sending me messages? What the hell is this? So Batman's gone nuts. Yeah, Batman, stop going nuts on the thing. I'm joking. Yeah, I can hear a lot of Discord messages. Let me switch this off. Also, what the hell did I do with my thing? Yeah, so ultimately, as I said, guys, you know, the market's going to do its thing. Be patient with it. You know, be kind with it. Don't worry too much about it. Some coins will pump, some coins will dump, some of your best coins will dump. Some of the biggest boys out there, they're going to lose their ranks. Okay, some of the biggest boys out there are going to lose the rank, to the point where I've always said this as well. I've plenty of time I've said this. There's going to be a day when Bitcoin doesn't sit on number one anymore, and it doesn't have to be the most exciting day for another coin that takes over. It doesn't make a difference. Bitcoin could be rank 100 and still have a 100k coin, still have $1 million coin. There's nothing wrong with that. All it means is other coins have more interest than Bitcoin, and they have a bigger market cap than Bitcoin. That's all it means, nothing else. If every single supply of Ethereum dries up now, nobody sells or does anything, and there's demand for it, this can easily be worth 100k a coin. I don't see a problem. If that happens, then this could be like 20 times the actual price, which means it will be 10 times this. Think about it. So it can easily be number one, and those days are coming. Those days are coming. I'm telling you, those days are coming, you know. So yeah, because I see a lot of craziness going on, you know. I see too many people getting married to the coins and everything. It's like, guys, what are you doing? I see Borgia Marius subscribed. Awesome, my brother. Thank you very much for coming to the show. Thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you very much for making the logo. So another new member to our family. Not only did the guy make the logo, make the website for us, but he also subscribed to support the channel. I mean, come on guys, how much more love do we need? How awesome is that? How awesome is that, right? That not only did he create the logo for us, the font for us, help me design this, make the background, he signs up to our YouTube to grow the community. Awesome. Yeah guys, this is on another level. I'm telling you, this is on another level. Right, any other question, guys? Any other questions? If there's not any other questions, then I think I've flashed Paradexes enough today. I've showed a little bit more about Paradex today. I believe I've got enough more curious minds now asking more questions, thinking we got to ask him this. Guys, all your questions will be answers. There will be an absolute detailed FAQ page with a breakdown of every single function, every single ability this decentralized exchange has, how it does it, what it does. There should be a guide for everything. And as I said, if there's something missing and I have to hold your hands or show you myself, I will do so by basically what do you call this, I will go onto YouTube, or like here on this channel, I'll make tutorials. And of course, once we launch, you'll see me talk about Paradexes more, to the point where I'll probably start off with Paradex, move on to other content then, but I'm being complete transparent with you. I really want to see this grow, and of course I'm going to be invested in it myself. So as I said, when we launch the protocol, when we do the liquidity event, I'll do it live on the show. How about that? We'll set a time for when it activates, and we can all be on the show and do it together. You can watch me do it. How about that? I know some people have asked me, what do you have to do to prepare for it? Well, number one you have to do is you prepare by getting yourself a Brave browser. I recommend Brave. Is a privacy browser. Come on, who doesn't recommend a privacy browser? So Brave browser, this one here, brave.com. So go to brave.com, download your Brave browser. Number one. Obviously this ain't gonna work. What the hell is wrong with this? Get rid of this. So yeah, go to Brave browser, brave.com, download it, do whatever you want. It's awesome. This is exactly what I use. After you go there, you want to go to your what's it called, Google Web Store, whatever, Google Web Store, right? Go to your Google Web Store, Chrome Web Store, whatever it is, and it's connected to the thing. Once you're there, search for MetaMask. This is a Chrome extension which connects to your Brave browser. So you've got a security privacy browser, connect your MetaMask to that and verify that it is the metamask.io one. None of these other stuff here. Some of these may be not true. This is the actual one. You can see here, this is the one, right? And you can see I've already got it added. Once you're there, set up your wallet, save your key phrases, set up the Binance chain RPC, the connection to the blockchain. Once you do that, you might want to load it up. I wouldn't recommend loading up quite yet, but load up some BNB, and then Bob's your uncle, you're off to the races. He's talking about Monero. We don't talk about Monero, Albin, because Monero is a privacy coin that we hold dear to our hearts. If everything goes down, if every single crypto goes down, Monero is going to be still standing. True decentralized cryptocurrency. And Monero is actually a fork of Bitcoin with the privacy layer. They use ring signatures in order to protect identity, but a lot of exchanges, a lot of regulators, a lot of people from whatever, they want to know who the founders are, obviously, and they've actually requested exchanges to not accept Monero. So a lot of the exchanges don't actually hold the native Monero. But what they didn't know, these uneducated, I don't know what to call them, let's just not say the names. they're so uneducated that they don't even take a second to go and see the thing. Monero is only privacy protected if you want it to. By default, it's not. Do you know what I mean? So you can trace it, you can track it, but if you don't want to, the function's there. I mean, cryptocurrency is all about your privacy, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people, when it comes to Monero, they look down on it. They don't really understand it, but it's a true decentralized currency, XMR. True decentralized currency. Super solid. None of this bothers us. When we look at Monero, nothing bothers us. You can see 2017, boom, it pumped up, came back again, and it's going to do it again, by the way. It's going to do the pump. The super awesome coin. Of course, it's going to come back down again, right? It will come back down again. You buy it cheaper, whatever price it is today. Next bear market, you pick it up cheaper. But it doesn't matter. It's one of those coins that you just want to hold. You just want to hold. You know, nice volume, nice liquidity, everything's good. And some of these big boys are still holding it, but they have, I mean, they're not actually allowed to. At some stage, the governments and whatever, if they all get regulated. Because remember, they're not regulated, by the way. Not a single one of them is regulated. They abide by the regulations, but they're not abiding by it doesn't mean they're regulated. Understand this. So this is why they still have it, but all the regulated exchanges have taken down XMR. It's a super, super solid project. And yeah, I've been holding it for God knows how long. But I don't look at the balance. I don't look at anything. Actually, at one stage, I was actually mining it. And it was one of those coins that you could actually mine with a browser. And I know some people took advantage of this. They were literally mining with a mobile phone because you could do that. And it's ASIC resistance, by the way. That means you don't need an ASIC miner. You don't need any special equipment to do it. You can actually mine it with your GPU, CPU, whatever. And yeah, I've seen people abuse it by mining it with mobile phones and XYZ and this and that. And it's a powerful technology, you know. So, and yeah, it was made out of the original Bitcoin code. So, super, super solid project. Super solid project. Yeah. And just look at that supply. It's nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. And sitting at rank 44. So, you know, we can go back to the coin market cap and see this. Sitting at rank 44. You can't go wrong with that. Of course, is it ever going to go to rank number 1? If everything becomes centralized, then this could be the new number 1. But that's for the future. We don't know what the future holds. I wouldn't really bet on it yet. And of course, it's not a deflationary or a fixed supply currency. So please do understand it can be mined and more can come to existence. Right? XRP. What about XRP? Usman Amjad. Welcome to the show, my brother. What would you like to know about XRP? Babu, you're late, bro. You're 1 hour too late. We've been on the show for an hour. I was literally about to switch off and go. But that's fine. That's fine. No worries. Let's have a drink. XRP. We'll talk about XRP. Right. I think XRP is a dark horse and will surprise people. How, bro? I would like you to tell me how. And then I'll drop my version of it. Tell me how, XRP. What do you know about XRP? Tell me something I don't know about XRP. That would be really awesome. Custard Boot, my brother. How you doing? Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, Usman, my brother, please tell me about the dark horse. That's going to surprise everybody. Tell me something I don't know. I'm waiting for your reply. Because it's a very common thing. You know, I find people who talk about a specific coin and they strongly believe that's going to do nothing will ever be decentralized. No, you didn't answer my question. You didn't tell me why it's a dark horse. Answer why it's a dark horse. That's all I want to know. Okay. I love XRP. It will be honest. My Right, okay, no worries, my brother. Okay, let me now say something to you about XRP. That's going to change everything, all of your complete vision and everything about XRP. XRP came out in 2013, not long after Bitcoin went into exchanges back in 2011, 2012. All right, so after the Bitcoin's first bull run, the first official bull run, XRP was created by a bunch of people. In fact, the bunch of people that created, there was three of them. Two of them are still in XRP, and one of them went and created Stellar. Right? Governments and bankers will need XRP. Why? I don't see a reason for it. Does your bank need XRP right now to send funds from one bank to another? No, they're just a bunch of numbers, bro. It's easy. This is the kind of brainwashing you've had that you don't need. Nobody needs that. You want to see what the government's actually planning to use? I'll show you. I'm actually a member. I'll show you this. Please, let's show you what the government is actually doing right now. All right? Forget all of this COP26 stuff. So I'm looking for that actual section. Because I do get emails of these guys all the time. Oh, here we go. CBDC, right? It's cheaper and quicker, more efficient though. Cheaper than who? My brother, please stop it. You're making me laugh now. You're making me laugh now. Right, let's look at some stories. Like, let's look at some facts. Let's look at some real facts. So this is Atlantic Council, real facts. 90 countries are planning to do these CBDCs. 7 countries have already launched their pilots. So we can see, what did they launch, right? We can see what kind they launched, you know, what type they launched. It's a hybrid. Okay, fine, hybrid of what? We doesn't say. That's fine. We'll leave that there. It says hybrid in Nigeria. We don't know that. Right, let's go back to some of the other ones. What are they piloting with? Development Canada. It's going to be a hybrid, both infrastructure and this and that. I don't see XRP there. Let's go to the next one. CBDC research, United States. Where's XRP? Sorry, I don't see it. I'm still looking for XRP. Hybrid rebuild. No XRP, bro. Let's try and see if we can find some XRP. I'm going to go through all 90 of them if I have to. I'm going to go through every single one of these 90 countries. And I want to see which government is going to use XRP and why they're going to use XRP. That's all I want to see, right? So because the thing is I love the thing, but I want to look. I'm trying to help you here. I think after I help you here, you will understand a lot more. So we don't see XRP anywhere. And this is the thing. I can go on forever, by the way. There is actually no XRP. But the funny thing is, I've seen Solana. I've seen what's it called, Ethereum. I've seen many other things. Ethereum was already being used, right? But XRP, where? It attempted with MoneyGram. It attempted, but it had a massive issue. I understand, bro. Hold the bag, no worries, right? But what I'm trying to say, come back to reality. Understand this. One of the biggest shareholders, not shareholders, coin holders of XRP are the 2 founders, right? I forgot their names, right? They hold the massive portion of XRP. The reason SEC is chasing them is because last season they dumped $9 billion on the public. And you still want to be a fan of them? Many people, it went to $3.85, and many people ended up being bag holders back in 2017, 2018 because of what the founders did, right? Also, you have to understand, Stellar Lumens, he was a partner. Why did he leave in 2014 or 2015? I can't remember. Why did he leave? That was the exact reason. He came out publicly and he says, this is the problem. They are not thinking about decentralized way. Funny thing is, look at this. What goes around comes around. They lost MoneyGram, XRP lost MoneyGram, Stellar Lumens is doing MoneyGram right now. And not only that, Stellar Lumens is also being considered as a blockchain to operate for some CBDCs. So everything you can say awesome about XRP is being proven. There's nothing awesome about it. They've really done nothing apart from talk. They never walked the walk. Yes, they did do one thing. Now, if you're talking about governments and banks, oh, believe me, they've done it from day one. Not with XRP. They did it with Ripple. And I've gone on about this so many times. Ripple and XRP are two different entities. XRP was a token created for the public as a freaking joke, in my opinion. That's my opinion, but go and have a look. They actually have it on their terms and condition. XRP is not Ripple. And I don't want to go through another whole video showing this. I have actually done this live on another video with another XRP fan. And I said, please do understand, I respect you, fine, your XRP goes to the moon. But there are certain logics that people do not understand. Number one, let me go back to number one. XRP was created in 2013 when there was only a handful of coins, my brother, a handful of coins. Currently, let's just burst some bubbles here. Currently, we have 14,200 coins. And XRP's inception was around the time when there was maybe a couple of hundred maximum. Most of them were probably scams anyway. That's when XRP came out. Okay? And that changes everything. So we have so many more coins. During the 2017 pump, that was like kind of the peak. That was the point when XRP could have proved itself. Remember, we had Bitcoin, we had Ethereum, we had Litecoin, we had XRP. Those were the four old, old layer one, gems, the big boys of, the beginning, who had something to prove. And everybody could have made money. And everybody did make money. Then we had these founders and everybody dumping. Too centralized, in my opinion. Of course, you say what is not centralized? Everything is centralized. Everything is centralized, bro. If you're going to go to an exchange, a centralized exchange, and buy this damn thing with your KYC and AML, well, guess what? Even that decentralized token that you bought is actually centralized. Because you just bought on a centralized exchange. Unless you do it hardcore on the blockchain. It's a different story. So doing the comparison about coins, during 2017, ICO hype, this, that, whatever, a lot of people were accepting XRP for payments, accepting BTC for payment, accepting Ethereum for payment, accepting Litecoin for payment. Whatever. Cut the long story short, we come back down now. We have 14,000 coins. 14,000 coins. And in this market cap, there is one specific fact that we have. There's some other new boys on the block that are bigger, better, faster, more efficient, more throughput, more everything. And they're gonna replace. If you watch the video from like 20 minutes ago, because on this channel I mentioned about 20 minutes ago, this is not gonna stay in number one. I'm telling you this. Bitcoin is not gonna be number one. It's not gonna stay number one. So please do understand. Hold on, let me read all of this. Cheaper. Don't say it's cheaper. Nothing is cheaper, bro. Bag though, just in case. Why not? Hold a bag just in case. Beat the SEC. Who cares? They're going to pump a little bit, but how far they're going to go? Nowhere. Trust me. They're not going to go. There's no innovation. Also, I forgot to mention, there's no innovation. It's old tech, man. I mention this all the time. I'm like, look, there was a time when you had a limited number of these prime horses. They always win the race. Well, guess what? They're old horses. Now we have new horses, new breeds, better, stronger, faster. And every one of these coins, every single one of these coins in the top 100, so remember this, in the top 100 is replaceable, is absolutely replaceable. Every one of these top 100 is replaceable. That's a fact. Nothing says they're here forever. Nothing says this has to be here forever. Nothing. It could go to zero tomorrow. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Right? Nothing says this has to be number one. This can be $1 million a coin. It doesn't have to be number one. This can be $100 a coin, but it doesn't have to be number 7, and it doesn't have to be number 1. And also, like, if people think about $100 coin, they also have to calculate how many coins there are times that number of coin by the number of prices in order to get the total market capitalization, and then say to themselves, does it make sense? Think about it. So very important, very, very important. What is your main horse you are betting on? What is Paradex? Okay, Usman, Paradex is our own community blockchain we will be launching very soon. We haven't launched it. It's going to be complete decentralized blockchain, which we're planning to launch. And it will be governed by the community. It will be a fair launch, similar to how Yearn Finance did the launch, but Yearn Finance was able to mint more tokens. Our one is a fixed supply, cannot be minted, cannot be burnt, or not yet. Maybe we can burn because we haven't launched it, but cannot be minted anymore. We might have a burn mechanism. I don't know. We don't know yet. I don't want to say anything. I don't know, but it's a fair launch, means that there's no price. Whatever you sacrifice into the pool for the initial price discovery and the kind of a minting process, that's when basically you end up creating a value of the token. So it's going to be 100% fair launch. We can put our faces to it compared to some of the people out there. We want to be anonymous because they're scammers. We're not scammers here. Nobody's a scammer here. Completely provable. All the documents and the actual code, contracts, everything that we ever have will actually be there for everybody to view. All right, so all the contracts, everything will be actually there for everybody to view, see, do whatever you want, verify to the point where I've actually written it down. A further reading and understanding of the technology, we have a complete technical documentation for the nerds coming soon. So if you have that guy who's a nerd, he needs to get to the nitty-gritty. I need to understand exactly what happens, right? I need to see exactly what that code is. I need to track every single wallet. Well, good luck, because it's coming. Your wish has been it is going to come true, so that's going to happen. Custard ball. Yeah, easy 10 or 5 years down the line, things definitely change. Of course, bro, nothing will stay forever. Everything will change. This whole ecosystem will change. I mean, CBDC could be a disruption for cryptocurrency. Of course, it doesn't mean cryptocurrency is going to go away, but I think fiat gateways are going to be stopped. Think about that. Because currently fiat gateways still work because of the old legacy systems, right? So we use legacy systems for the fiat gateways. And they can't really say no to companies who are going to bring them billions of dollars. But with CBDC, well, the central bank could just turn around and say no to anybody. Because central bank doesn't need your money. It already has the money. Think about that. But I don't need to say too much because I don't know what they're going to do. Nobody does apart from themselves. So I'm not going to make assumptions here. I'm not going to make a conspiracy theory. I'm not going to say that. But I'm just stating, yes, things are going to change. Nothing is stopping the market from changing positions. Nothing is suggesting something going, but we look at the logic and we say, well, what has certain projects done, like Bitcoin? What did they do until yesterday? Nothing. What did Bitcoin really do until yesterday? Absolutely fuck all. Excuse my language. What did they do yesterday? They launched Taproot. Taproot made it more secure, of course, but gave it the smart contract capability. Smart contract capability on Bitcoin natively. Now that's an achievement. Just tell me something XRP's done. Nothing. They got $250 million the other day to fund developers so they can build NFT. So they're jumping on the hype wagon. Seriously? Hold on. What innovation is that? I don't see an innovation there, do I? We're going to have NFT platforms as well. Bro, no one gives a shit about your NFT platform. Stick around where most of them are. We don't want to go to XRP just for your NFT. Seriously. There's DeFi, you missed that boat. You want to jump on the NFT hype, fine. There's a lot of things they could have done. 2013 to freaking now. What did they do? Nothing. 9 freaking years, nothing. Okay, that's a difficult one. What's my racehorse? Custard Boot, I'm going to try and answer this, because this one I'm really thinking. What's your main horse you are betting on? I don't have one. I'm being honest with you. I don't have one. Reason is because, look, these things here, I've been in it since 2015, right? This one I've been in it since 2019. This one since 2018, right? This one since 2020. This one since 2018. Is it 2018? 2018, yeah, 2018. This one since 2019 or 20, I can't remember, right? But the point is those were the bets I've made. So I made this bet years ago, the first time I entered, and it's been a good horse for me. But I'm not betting my house on it. This was a good horse for me because of all the F2.0 and this and that. And logic says to me, I know there's going to be a huge demand for what's happening. So I jumped on. I'd done it already. That horse has won for me, right? I knew this was going to be great. And I'm telling people how Crow could even be this. Now that Crow is a blockchain, Crow could easily be the next Binance. So of course I'm going to be bullish on Crow. I was bullish on ASD, Ascendex. I was bullish on KuCoin. Why? Because logic dictates that some of these exchange coins will do whatever to pump their coins. They have the capacity to do it. So if they have the capacity to do it, follow that. Those are my horses. I know blockchains never fail you. All blockchains have some sort of a value to them. I support them, right? So when I'm seeing exchanges and exchange tokens and blockchain tokens, they're always a good horse to bet on, because they have a manipulation and they always pump that price. If that makes sense to you. What are you buying for 2021? What do you mean? What am I buying for 20? Bro, 2021 is almost finished. Feeling alright? You mean 2022? I'm not buying anything for 2022. I'm actually planning to wait for the market to dump or decide to dump. If I see the market is ready to dump, then I want to be buying the dips, buy as many of my favorite ones that I can, because I believe some of these coins can actually pump even higher. Let me give you a rough example of all of this. Custard, I'm not sure if you've been on this channel before, and I'm sure you haven't, and Usman hasn't either. So let me show you guys something that would really blow your mind, and now you'll understand why I'm trying to say some of these coins, the big horses, the good coins, they've done their thing, bros. They've done their thing. Right, so I'm going to turn off the drawing. I don't need the drawing for this. Just want to show you this, right? So BTC, we enter BTC here in 2019, around here, 2019. So from 2019 to where we are now, BTC's already made that move. So you can see we from what, 3.5k all the way to currently 64k. It's done its thing. I will sell when I feel I'm good, and then I'll start copying some horses. Okay, awesome. But anyway, so you got, you know, this is, I'm just giving you an example, right? I didn't enter here. I obviously entered earlier, but 2019 we had 3.5k coin, and now here you've got a $60,000 appreciation on this one. So that's one that's already done its thing. This one, around this time here, it was at about, no, it was here. Yeah, it was $90. I remember it was $90. So from $90, it's gone to what, $4,700? I don't know. You tell me. Is it done all right? It's done all right. You know what I mean? BNB, when we look at BNB, we look at BNB down here somewhere. A couple of dollars, right? A couple of dollars, just a few dollars. Currently sitting at almost $700. It's done its thing, or at least over $600. It's done its thing. We're talking about DOT down here. It was $1. $1 DOT, right? $1 DOT, and then it pumped, and it just never stopped. Never stopped. The DOT just never stopped. So it would be pretty silly to get rid of any DOT. It's a winning horse. It's a winning horse. Solana, banging on about it on this channel, and there are some guys, I believe they're on the chat right now, who have bought Solana. They've bought DOT cheap as well, and they've bought Solana $4, $5, $6, $7 of Solana on this channel, on this YouTube channel. I've been banging on about I'm bullish on Solana, I'm bullish on Solana, I'm bullish on Solana. I bought Solana for $1. Bought it for $1. So again, I don't know what to say. I mean, you can hold on to your XRP. And funny thing is, you know, when I bought Solana, that's exactly when I dumped my XRP. I dumped my XRP and I used the profits to buy Solana. So yeah, I don't know, you tell me, did I make a right decision, or maybe I did the wrong decision? Maybe I should just hold on to that old horse. Just get in there, bro. It's getting there. No, bro, it don't work like that. Sometimes you just gotta leave that old horse behind. Just leave it, man. Yes, you're my pride and my joy. I did my thing with you. I gotta find a new horse, and that's what I did. I found a new horse, and my new horse took me down here. Heavy drop coming. General Green from the 6. Heavy drop coming, bro. Awesome, man. Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the fucking dip. Good move. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Custard, when do you think it's going to dump? Yeah, we all want to know when it's going to dump, bro. It's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. You know, we'd love to see a nice little dump coming. Why not? Buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the fucking dip, right? If we had a nice little dump here on the market cap today, and if it took us down to this area here, that's a nice little 10% dump. 10% dump. We're looking at approximately, what, about $400 billion dump. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. If we're looking at BTC, massive dump coming. Super awesome. We could do with a nice little dump. Nice little collection. It's come perfectly on the trend line. If it dumps even further, great. If it doesn't, it starts moving up. Well, I don't know, because I know the other day, what, 3 or 4 days ago, we had what was his name? We had God, name's gone out of my head, but he was saying how, guys, 60k, we're gonna go to 60k. Yes, it dumped. He's hoping 60k, and I said 63k, and I think it was a better bet to do the 63k. And of course, I had to buy all that 60k as well, but I said to you guys, I said, I don't think it's coming there. Of course, if it comes down now, what can we do? Well, I'll show you. You know why we don't worry about this market? Because the thing is, we don't see that small picture. We see a bigger picture. We see an absolute bigger picture, right? In fact, if I draw it even nicer to the pattern, how the pattern looks, right? You'll understand what all of this means, right? So the thing is I understand a lot of the guys are like, okay, guys, dump's coming. Oh, guys, pump's coming. Guys, if you're a hodler, who cares? Who cares? Pump or dump. Guess what? You never lose. You never lose. Like earlier on, I said to the brother, I said, listen, if you've bought something for a higher price, why do you want to sell it for a lower price? Doesn't make any difference. Hold on to it. It's your digital asset. You're going to make money out of it. You're going to make money out of it, right? Also, looking at this very thing that I just drew here, I actually see another pattern forming here. I see this pattern forming here, and I don't know how many of you guys understand what this pattern means. Does it dump? Yes. How far does it dump? Where does it really dump to the point it's called a dump? When do you know it's a bear market? It's going to dump. Yeah, fine. It dumps every day. It dumps every other candle. Show me a day we haven't had candles. This is an hourly. It dumps. When it palms, it palms. When it dumps, it dumps. And when it doesn't do any of that, it pumps and dumps. But dumps where? Or pumps where? And listen, I'm not having a go at you. Again, same again. This is not about me being bullish. This is not me being about bearish. None of that business. None of that business. I'm the same person who's shouted and screaming on this channel, go and watch any video before this video, and I've said market could go down any second. You don't know. I've said anybody making predictions, they don't have a freaking crystal ball. They can't do that. Only the technicals can tell us what's going on. So we should activate the technicals. and see what the technicals tell us, right? So let's do this. So what does the technicals tell us? Market's gonna dump hard. Fine. Based on what? According to this, it's already dumped. According to this, it's high. It's coming for a dump. Fine. According to this, it's getting ready. It's getting ready for a big pump. So what data is it based on? You know what I mean? So listen, ultimately we know there's one thing that is fixed, is the supply. There's another thing that is fixed, is the 4-year halvening cycles. Based on those two models, stock to flow, the $1 trillion BTC, who's very famous on Twitter and everywhere, just based on those two fundamentals, two facts about Bitcoin, created a model called the stock to flow model. And so far, he's been predicting certain numbers correctly. And his model doesn't dip down. His model only goes up because supply versus demand, right, is continuous. As we progress along, every Tom, Dick, and Harry and every other person out there has some Bitcoin out there. And that's more and more Bitcoin coming into the market. You know, you might be saying, well, hold on, what the hell is you talking about? He's chatting out of his ass. No, I'm not, guys. I'm not, guys. No. New addresses. Let me get rid of all of this. Bitcoin number of unique new addresses dropped. 19,000 means it's not constant. It's not constant. But actually, if you look carefully, it's just been going up. It's just been going up. It's just been going up. Does that make sense? Right, okay, let's see. Okay, fine. You know, BTC supply. We're looking at the supply. Again, when we're looking at these supplies. Oh, sorry. It hasn't come down. So again, when we're looking at this, let me put it on line chart. So this is the supply. Oh, let's put it on weekly or monthly or something. Let's put it on. Yeah, this is the supply. Sorry. So again, I don't see anything happening here. I just see it going one freaking direction. Doesn't make any sense to me. This is the hash rate. Stable, stable. This was the dump we had. This was the dump we had in during the China exodus. Since then, look where we are. If people don't understand what this means, if you don't understand what this means, get out of crypto. Don't come back. Don't come back. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. How many blocks mined so far? Yeah, pretty sick. We haven't had any blocks not being mined. Every block is being mined. Right? Only thing we see, new people are not coming. Right now, we see new people are not coming. We saw a whole bunch of new people coming. We saw a whole bunch of new people up to here, 2017. You see, during the peak, people came. Then they stopped. Then they came. Then they stopped. Why? Because when the market goes bloody, so many people with weak hands, weak conviction, who don't understand, and they enter just because of the hype, they shit their pants. Literally, they dirty their pants. They soil their pants. That's what they do. They have zero conviction. They have zero understanding of what the market is. They'll go to some sort of an influencer or a Twitter, follow him like he's the fucking old thing, right? And then what they'll do is jump when he says jump, rather than question everything. It's not me. I say question it. Question me. If I've said something, question me. If I've said something wrong, question me. So, yeah, that's what I see. Difficulty seems awesome. Starting to come back up again. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, we did the hash rate already. All-time high drawdown. Yeah, awesome. That was the all-time high. That's the all-time high. This is the metric. It's not showing down. Oh, guys, we're coming down. Guys, we're going to dump. No, this is weekly. Looks alright. I don't see an issue with that. F supply increasing as it should. Look, great. ETH 2.0 still being staked. Massive amounts being staked. Even today, we had what? Well, this week we had 3,696 ETH hash rate. Super solid. No issues at all. No issues at all. When did we have a dump? May. Kind of following the trend, in my opinion. More and more ETH addresses being created. Wow. ETH looks super bullish. Why? Because people believe ETH is going to 20,000, 30,000. It's going to go there when it's going to go there. It doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter when it's going to go there, if it's going to go there. It's going to go there when it goes there. There's no denying that. It's going to go there when it goes there. Absolutely going to go there when it goes there. Mr. C, good show as always. Gotta go now. Chat soon. Awesome, my brother, Mr. C. See you soon. General Green from the 6C. See what? Drop. It's getting crushed. Drop what? Drop. Last thing is Crow worth buying right now as it's on its peak. No, Crow's not on its peak. Crow was on its peak. Crow was on its peak. Crow is not on its peak. Let me show you. Boom. Let me show you. Boom. So Crow was on its peak. This was the peak. The new all-time high was the peak. Right now, from the all-time high, we've had this little drawdown. You can see here, 15%. It's not at its peak. But you do you, I do me. For me, this was a horse I bet on. And I bet on it a long, long time ago. And again, another bet that paid off. Another bet that paid off. Another bet that I've been going on about. No financial advice. And again, I'll buy 1,000 more DOT instead of buying 100 XRP. Should you wait for a drop? Didn't you already have? This is a drop, isn't it? Don't know what this is, bro. If you don't think this is a drop, and according to me, that looks like a drop. Yeah, pretty much like a drop, right? I'm sure this is a drop. Just look at it on a lower time frame if you're in what do you call this? If you're in doubt, always zoom out, my brother. Always zoom out, right? Or zoom in, at least. Zoom in. Usman says, I think we have 3 months of bull run left. Possibly, my brother, possibly. There is no such thing as a bull run. Did you know this? So you know when people say it's a bull run, right? The definition of a bull run is literally when we go above certain targets, certain places in the market, right? I'm going to do this for you. Give me a second. Let's delete all of this. Let's show you what a bull run really looks like. So, for example, you've had this entire cycle here, right? So you got this entire cycle here. This is like since 2010. You can see this data. And what defines a bull run is when you have these, like we've come all the way up here and then we've dumped, right? Now, some people like to say, and this is a fact, some people like to say, when we come back to these peaks, oh, now we're in a bull run. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. They told you too late. Usually, hundreds of percent too late. Hundreds of percent too late. So when this person, whoever this person was, told you that you're in a bull run, well, you're better off buying here, holding through all of this, dumping 90%, and then actually going back up and making 5,000%. You were better off doing that because the bull run actually started here to here. When we see the reversal in the market, that is the bull run. When we see that trend completely reversed, that is the bull run. So how long was this bull run? Well, we can see this clearly marked here. It was 749 days long. So here's a bull run. I'm not going to count the first one because this is when Bitcoin was originally inception and whatnot and this and that. But this I can count. 2011 November, around there, weekly candles, you can see we had a 749 days. Wow, that is a bull run. So then, of course, we dump. So when does the next one start? Officially, the next one starts at the bottom of the cycle when it reversed. How many days we did last in that one? 847 days. That was a bull run. And I've been banging on about on this channel since last God knows how long, and even before that on other people's channels. We've been in a bull run since we've been here. And when did we confirm this bull run? The moment we created this one single peak. So if I take this one single peak and come to here, right? I have two data obviously, and I'll show you the two data. The first data says to me that I've been in this bull run for 1064 days, and the confirmation of the bull run says to me I've been in it for 959 days. Is it over? Maybe. I see Matt here. Awesome, my brother. Is it over? I don't know, bro. So when people say Bitcoin market bull run's going to be over, sorry, I see a problem here, because I see this. Sorry, have we actually ever been over of the bull run? Or have we actually just been going on a simple trend all the way up for a very, very long time? Are we still on a trend line? Technically we are. We can use the old data or we can use the new data. It doesn't matter where we put it. We haven't broken trend. We briefly broke trend back here in 2020 during the March COVID-19 dump. Other than that, just look at it and you tell me, I'm going to put this back here. You tell me we broke trend and I'll agree with you. You tell me we broke trend and I'll agree with you. Right? You tell me, I can put it here as well, whatever. But you tell me we broke trend and I'll leave it with you. I'll agree with you, as I said. Show me we've broke trend. I haven't broken trend. As far as I can see, we're still on a trend. This bull market, is it going to be over? I doubt it. I doubt it, because the moment it's over is when it goes beyond this peak, this bottom here. So this V shape here, right? So this is your invalidation point. So if you look carefully, right, as long as it goes below this area, that's what says complete bear market. But then we have a problem, because the bear market brings us going tumbling down, brings us down here. Well, what is the price here? Well, if you look carefully, if I put this there, it's not far from where we were. It's actually that 28k that we had. It's ridiculous. We'll know when it's over, guys. Oh man, cool. And it says AYY new coin. Okay, let's check AYY. I don't normally want to check new coins, but I'll check AYY. Sounds like I. Let's see, AYY. It's not here, my brother. I can't check it. I will check CoinGecko for you. Give me a second. CoinGecko. AYY. No, bro, sorry, I can't help you. I don't see any AYY here, so that I cannot see, my brother. I'm really, really sorry. Usman, I think I need a mentor, as gay as this sounds, from a married kid. I'm actually sold. Sold on what, bro? Listen, there's nothing gay about it. We're all brothers here. It's a family. We have a massive family. We're growing family on Discord. This channel is growing as well. And as I say, look, I'm always about facts. I'm like, I say to people, I say, fine, you're going to give me something. Give me some evidence, something to back it up with. And if you're giving me one thing to back it up with, it's fine. But give me one other source. Give me two sources to back it up. So, like, for example, if I found AYY, I would have checked it. Then I would have double checked CoinMarketCap, or I would have double checked TradingView. I would have double checked some charts. I have two data to back it up, right? If I don't have two data to back it up, then I've got a problem. Like, I'll give you a good example. This is going to be a very good example for you guys. Check this out. Check this out. You're going to love this one. So what do we see here? The market cap says 2.934. 2.934. We can all see 2.934. We all agree we saw this right now. Refresh this. Let's just double check. 2.931. Fine. So we have refreshed. We can see that's the number. Market cap is at 2.9. Yeah, 2.9. Just call it 2.9. Coin market cap. Zoom into coin market cap. What does the coin market cap say? 2.8. Let's refresh this as well to see if this is 2.8. So what do we see here? We see a 20 billion. 899. Yeah, so it says 100 billion dollar discrepancy. Well, we got a problem here. This is giving us a complete different data to this, and the gap is huge, guys. That's a huge gap. It's $100 billion gap. So my two data didn't match. So what do I agree? What do I do? I'll go and find a third, because two didn't match. My third data, I'm going to use what you call this? This is the trading view, which is independent to all of them. What does trading view tell me? Well, trading view says to me we have a 2.7, and I'm going to check this right now. You can see the price here, 2.76. So who's closer to that number? Look. So we can see this is closer to that number. So I have two items that actually agree with it. So I can say this data is more accurate. Now you know why I use the coin market cap more than coin paprika or coin gecko. So that's what it is. When we talk about certain things, we've got to look at the fundamentals, we've got to look at the facts, we've got to look at the time, the other data that's there. You know, I've always mentioned on this channel, most of the followers here from day one know this, I don't call myself a TA. I say TA's easy peasy, you know, it's bloody, what you doing it? Nothing, put a few lines, boom, 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 done. Technical analysis, my ass, right? Go and get the data. Go and use the logic behind the data, and then throw some reason into it. VRA, Matt's Market, hey SD, what's your thoughts on the pullback we saw today? Nothing, my brother, it's only Monday. Matt, it's only Monday, my brother, it's only Monday. So I did mention on Saturday's video, specifically on Saturday's video, because I didn't do a video yesterday because I was kind of very busy. I was doing other bits and bobs. I didn't do any videos, but I mentioned specifically, I said, guys, Sunday, yeah, market might pump. And this is me on a Saturday. Go and watch the video, my video before this. It's a Saturday video. And I said, guys, yeah, we're going to pump a little bit. Maybe even pump a little bit on a Sunday, right? Because all the data was suggesting this. I was like, yeah, fine. Monday, yeah, fine. Maybe Tuesday, we're going to pump. Maybe Tuesday-ish, we're going to pump. But we also know traditionally Tuesday is a bad week. So if it's not Tuesday, it's going to be Wednesday. But the point is, sometimes when you see these peaks and when you start seeing the yo-yo market, and I've mentioned yo-yo market since 67k, what it does is they're going to create massive confusion. And it's the exact same thing that happened in 2017. Those of you who remember 2017 know this very, very well, that they create this yo-yo effect, right? Absolute yo-yo effect to confuse everybody. Right, check this out. They create, let's do it on the daily. That will make so much sense, right? So we're trying to get to this 2017 range. I need to show you this because this is beautiful. Is this 2017? Yeah, 2017. Yeah. So if you look at this, they start creating these yo-yo effects, right? Where it's up and it's down, it's up and it's down, it's up and it's down, and they do that constantly until they pump all of a sudden. And that's it. That's the moment when everybody goes crazy nuts. They're like, damn, this market's leaving us. We've got to jump in right now. And that's when we see these effects here where the RSI, stochastic RSI, everything peaks out. And then when that happens, and now this is a tip, when that happens, the second you see this blue line on the stochastic RSI flip down, get the fuck out and leave. Trust me, that's when it crashes. VRA, I mean not VRA, shit, I got busy. RVP, no worries, thanks for the help. I've got to go now. Thanks Alin, no worries, my brother, thank you very much. Awesome, my brother, thank you for coming to the show. VRA, let's drop some VRA or RVI. VRA, yeah, there's somebody who's competing with that, but let's have a look at RVI. I believe you said RVI. If we have it here. No, we don't have it here, that's fine, so we can't do RVI here. Let's have a look at RVI here. And we don't have RVI here as well, my brother, so there's nothing I could do. Let me have a look at Gecko and see if Gecko has it. So let me just adjust this. RVI. RVI. No, we don't have any RVI, so sorry, I can't help you with any RV. Oh, sorry, RVP. My bad. Sorry, my bad. RVP, Revolution and Populi. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go back to this. RVP, my brother. So it is there. It is there. So Revolution of the People. Okay, fine. Sounds really good. Looks very cool. When did it come out? It's a 2021 coin. Okay, okay. People's Revolution coin. I wonder which country they have in a revolution, but still double check. Interesting. It's a lot of info there. 2 billion token. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, nothing available on CoinMarketCap. That's fine. I'm not fussed about that. Let me have another look at this, because I mean, what they're saying there is very interesting. I can see there's 9,000 holders, which is okay. But let's have a look and see what the 9,000 holders are. So we have this one contract here, which has about 20% of the supply. Absolutely fine. But then we have this one wallet here, which has 200,000 of that supply, which is about 10% of the supply. Not so happy. And then we have a couple of whales here, which is okay. It's not that bad. Very little on Uniswap and shit like that, but that's not a problem. Okay, we're looking at all of this. This looks okay. Oh, I don't see anything fishy here so far. So yeah, I mean, as a coin, we can see that looks legit, right? Yeah, this this looks like Cuba to me all over again. Data is vital, natural resource. Take it back, white paper. Okay, fine, whatever. Our ambition is to return digital sovereignty back to the people. Okay, I've heard enough. Yeah, fine. Okay, I've heard enough. Listen, it's a project. If it makes you money, good luck. But other than that, listen, your database for the internet, yeah, great. Who are they going to sell it to? Do you know what I mean? I got to really find out how many contracts they have with. Yeah, I got it, bro. I got it. RVP. Look, if you're going to make money on it, make money on it. But you know, when someone's selling me bullshit, I try and stay away from that, bro. I'll be honest with you. It's like, yeah, great. You know, you can't even take a piss without someone looking through some sort of a CCTV camera. And you're telling me you're going to take your data back how? Your mobile phone owns your ISP. You can't even enter the bloody internet without them knowing who you are. Defeat that first, then tell me you're going to take your identity and whatever, bro. Honestly, I've seen enough shit in my life. I've got to go. Thanks. Okay, no worries. El Bubble Ducinu. What's that? Please also have a look at DGTX. I'll check it out. No worries, my brother. Let's call this the last one, because my leg is hurting, plus I haven't slept. I've only had 2 hours sleep last night. DGTX. Okay, 1.5 billion supply. Who, bro, I hope you don't have any. Let's have a look. Yeah, I really hope you don't have any. I really do pray you don't have any. Whoa. Because if you look at this, this is a 2018 coin. Had its little pump back in 2018, had a massive dump, came back in 2019, almost hit the peak, then dumped, and never recovered after that. It just never recovered. Also, I'm looking at all of these areas and I'm looking at these volumes, and if you look carefully at the 24-hour volume section, can you see the 24-hour volume? This is on a peak. 3.35 is on a peak. So what's happening is people are dumping. As soon as it peaks out, a lot of these bag holders, big bag holders, are dumping this. Wow, and this volume's just gone flat. I mean, 400k. Bro, be very cautious with this one. That's all I can say. I don't even need to look at the data. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit about the white paper. I don't give a shit about anything. When I'm seeing this, when I'm seeing 56,000 transfers, 14,000 bag holders, literally bag holders, I feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for these bag holders. And yeah, I mean, most of it is on KuCoin. You can see KuCoin has 26% or 28% of the supply. Some whale has 8% of the supply. Another whale has 6% of the supply. Another whale has 4%, 5%. So you can see that a massive portion of it is whale wallets. Massive portion of it is whale wallets. I'll be very cautious with this. Honestly, I'll be absolutely very, very cautious. I wouldn't even bother looking into anything else. I don't even care which exchange it's on. I don't care how many $1 billion worth. I mean, what, $249,000? For me, that's it. It's a red flag. It could be the best project on the planet. I'm not willing to buy this and risk my funds. I'm not joking. I'm not willing to touch this. I hope this kind of makes sense. He bought 40 quid's worth. Awesome. Usman, you sound like you're from UK, my brother. Awesome, bro. Because we're also from UK as well. Bought that ages ago. Well, I hope you made some money, bro. Because if you haven't made any money, what's the point you being in there with 40 quid's worth, bro? Pick a good horse, you know what I mean? And of course, here on this channel itself, I do crypto calls. Like few I've made calls recently. I'm currently kind of holding back a little bit. Obviously, I don't want to tell people to jump into something if I don't feel it, right? So I have mentioned about Crow recently, and Crow's done awesome. We talked about Crow and we said, look, Crow has a potential to go to around 67 cents all the way to like $1. And you can see we had if you go back to any of my videos, you see these targets were drawn already. Every one of these lines were already drawn, and you can see how high I'm actually expecting Crow to go. So they were all drawn back in the days, right? So it's all done. I mean, here's a coin that dumped literally to the floor, took me completely out. All right, and I'm not joking. Everybody knows, to wipe me out about 90% of my investment. In fact, on Discord, I even posted the screenshot of the investment, right? The first investment took me down. Then I came back here and I done a nice little one. I recovered all my losses and everything. And then, but I didn't sell the original amount. It's still there. I'm not joking. The original amount is still there. And look what it's doing now. So the original amount is now recovering. Because I don't want to sell it for a loss. I'm like, well, for me, it's a bonus amount of coin now. I'll just leave it there just for the sake of it. So when I do leave things just in case, it's usually not my money. It's the money that I get from the profits and this and that. So I've never risked anything. That's the most important thing. I always make sure I manage my risk by not putting something in that I can't afford to lose. And usually, if that's the profit money, then it's all good. Yeah, I mean, again, as I said, Crow, that's all I'm looking at right now. Crow's looking very good. I'm super bullish on Crow, and I'm buying a whole bunch of them. That's just me. You do you, I do me. No financial advice. Woo looking very good. Woo I've been talking about since like it was like $1 or $1.10 or 20, I can't remember. But I've been busting this out to people. Again, it's done massive, you know, pumps since then, since we talked about, because we were talking about around this area here. I remember we were talking about around here, and you can see how these breakouts have taken place. Where is it? Right, I'm sure we talked about around here somewhere, around this breakout when I first mentioned it, and it's already done 149%. So that's been pretty cool. Assemble was a coin I was talking about when it was like 45, 46 cents, right? Of course, we had a massive pump. Now, who sold it there, I don't know. But you can see we had a nice little 78% pump. Then we had a nice little, from here, we had a correction that brought us back to here. Still better off because you still managed to keep, even if you bought it at this breakout, you still managed to keep approximately 10%, even if it pumped and dumped. Awesome. But yeah, I mean, plenty of, listen, there's so many coins we've talked about. We've talked about coins with like there was a coin I stopped talking about. I said it the other day on the video. I said, guys, I'm going to stop talking about it because I'm just fed up of repeating it. And if you haven't bought it yet, can't help you. Can't help you. I mean, XCAD was a new coin that I mentioned quite a bit. We were down here somewhere and I mentioned XCAD, and you can see already, just if we do it from here to where it went, and where it is. So currently where it went to 129%. If you look at where it is right now, still up 77%. So that's not been a bad deal. So that's been a good one. We talked about Rune. Come on, bro. We bought Rune when it dumped here. Whenever the whole market, and I'm not talking, this is the second time we bought. Before that, obviously down here somewhere, very cheap peanuts. But here, while everybody was making a FUD about how it got hacked and it's got this and that, we jumped in and we said, haha, we know exactly what's going on. We're buying this shit. So we bought it exactly in this area, and look what we did. So again, a lot of these projects, a lot of these calls that we've made, they've all done massive pumps. Of course, they've done massive pumps. Like this one did a 434%. If it comes down a bit, it doesn't bother us anymore, if that makes any sense, right? So if it's come down here right now, we're still up 270%. So it doesn't really bother us. Do you know what I mean? Because that's how we play it. So of course, try and stay away from the hype. Don't listen to anybody. Always make your own judgment call. Ask the questions. Please do ask the questions, because if you don't ask the questions yourself, if you don't do your own research, if it doesn't make any logical sense to you, then you shouldn't be accepting it in the first place. Honestly, you shouldn't be accepting it. You need to understand what you're getting into. You know, when people say to me, bro, I missed the crypto boat, I want to jump into it. Do you know what I say to them? Are you prepared to be in it for 5 years? Because if you're prepared to be in it for 5 years, by all means. Sometimes people come and say, oh, I want to put 5k in there, I want to put 10k in there. I'm like, can you afford to pay that? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, go on and put a lighter to it and burn it. Because if you're not willing to burn your money, you shouldn't enter. Because at any second now, it's going to go down to zero. What are you going to do? Because if you're not willing to lose that money and you're thinking you're going to come in with 10k and make it into 20k or 100k, you can't do that if you've got attachment to it. You know, you got to have conviction. You got to have conviction, belief, faith, conviction. You know, maybe not faith, because that's more like religious. But yeah, point is, you got to have conviction. You know, it's like, right, I'm in it until I win it. I go down with it. Oh man, I mean, some of these coins, I just don't know. I just don't want to show the percentage because it's just ridiculous. I mean, we have a brother who bought this coin, right? This coin from this channel, from recommendation of this channel. He bought this coin and he's currently up. I would let you just observe that for a bit. He's currently up 3,872% on this particular one. I don't know what to say. So yeah, I mean, but listen, the calls are, you know, I don't make any random calls. You know, there are a few calls. I made the ship call here. There are a few calls that I'll make, but obviously I'll do my assessment before I say anything, because I'm not a financial advisor and I don't want anybody to lose any money. How come you are bullish about Crow? I was bullish about Crow from day one. You see, Crow itself, the token, is so what I called like a yield bearing, a revenue bearing token. So it means if you lock your token and you can stake different stuff with it, that token's never coming back to the market. Logically, if there's no supply, the price can only go one direction. So that's how I know. And Crow started to, you know, was selling their tokens. It was very cheap. And what they did was they said, if you lock XYZ amount of token, you can get XYZ amount of perks. Now they're paying for premium perks, right? For your debit cards and whatever. Money's got to come from somewhere. So you know that because the Crow is locked, it's creating a supply squeeze and the price is going up. And by doing all of this, they've raised enough capital, the exchange is good, everything is good, they're making money. They said, well, why don't we build a blockchain? Now, they built a blockchain that's an Ethereum copycat. Would you know what that means? Now they can build smart contracts, they can do everything, and it's compatible with any EVM chains. That means Ethereum virtual machine chains. Well, guess what? The doors have just opened up far wide and beyond. So when you have something that is cross-chain compatible, what's going to happen? All the Ethereum developers are going to say, well, we can easily build on Crow because it's the bloody same thing. How did Binance get all these people coming and building on Binance? There's nothing different. It's the same bloody code, right? You can go to Avalanche C chain and build with Ethereum. You can go to Harmony, even though they own blockchain, you can build with Ethereum. There's only one fundamental difference between Harmony and Ethereum. Did you know what that was? The address in Harmony starts with 1, the actual word 1, and address on Ethereum starts with 0x. That was it. It's the bloody same thing. So logic said to me, those crow that people have locked into their things, they're not going to take those out because those perks are really, really good. The rewards are fantastic on crow. And also now we know a lot of new developers are going to come into the ecosystem and are going to be building projects and products and taking those coins out and making more money, right? So all of this suggests it's got a great opportunity to pump. A great opportunity to pump to $2-3 at least, right? It's just logic. I'm just using logic. Supply versus demand, ready-made developers who can now work on any chain. You have the largest developer community on the planet, by the way, on Ethereum, the largest on the planet. So you have this global supercomputer and everybody knows how to work on it because they worked on Ethereum. Solidity developers, think about it. You know, put DeFi products, put a few more bits and bobs, launch another 100 projects there. Boom, you made it. So this has an opportunity to be something big. Hope all of this kind of makes sense. Has a great opportunity. So guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe, smash those like buttons. Let's get the community knowing about this. And also, as I said, we are going to talk about Paradexes very soon. You know, once we have more information, anything to announce, I will definitely announce it. But as I said, for now, briefly, this is not final. This is only for this is only a placeholder. Have a look. At least you get a rough idea of what Paradexes wants to do. Check it out. But other than that, I'm not going to be here too long anymore. Actually, I gotta go. It's been quite a long one. In fact, I've literally been talking today back to back for approximately bloody hell 9 hours. I've been in front of this bloody thing 9 hours right now. I'm not joking. 9 freaking hours I've been in front of this device. 9 hours, meeting after meeting, meeting after meeting, meeting after meeting. And yeah, but I know if I stop, then I'm not going to be able to do it. And I did, miss yesterday's stream because I was busy and everything. So I thought I'll make it up today, and I'll make a nice little long one. And obviously, whatever coins or whatever you're going to talk about, I'll happily talk about all of those things. So that should be super awesome. And Custard Boot, remember, I'm not specifically bullish on anything. I just make a logical decision, and as long as it's making me money, I'm good. And I have a very unique technique which most people hate, but I love. If I double my money, I take my initial out and I sit back with my initial, do whatever I want, and let the profit go to the moon. It doesn't matter. It never hurts me. Of course, I make less this way, but I also risk nothing. So it's a strategy that I've been playing. It's been working for me very well. Yes, I'm not going to make the sick amount of gains you're going to make. You put out 10k in and made 100k. Bro, you made 100k. Happy days. I put 10k in, I made 20k. I take my 10k out. Compared to your 100, I make what, 50k? It's okay. I'm happy with 50k because I'm risking nothing. So hope that kind of makes sense. But on that note, guys, I'm not going to make this any longer. Thank you very much for everyone for coming to the show. As I said, smash those like button, hit those subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the community on Discord if you want to follow the everything that's going on here, also the roadmap and everything that we're doing here. If you want to follow all of these things, remember, join Discord, stay in touch with the community. I'm also going to do some tutorials on how to and whatnot and this and that. If I think there's something that is not easily explained or not explained in a layman's term in these, because I've wrote this myself. If you see any spelling mistakes or anything like this, guys, forgive me, but this is written by myself. I haven't done any spell checks or anything like this. But as I said, if you see anything, let me know in Discord. It's a completely free community. Whatever we do it together. And of course, end of the day, we want to keep each other safe. We want to make sure we create a safe environment for everybody, make crypto easy for everybody, and accessible. I think that's the biggest thing here. It's like crypto has to be accessible, because it's not really accessible for many people. But other than that, on that note, guys, like, share, subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you on another one, and I'll catch you on Discord as well if I'm not here. But yeah, awesome. You guys are fantastic. Thank you very much for coming to the show. Everybody that came today, really appreciate that. And yeah, for making the show awesome. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you on another one very soon. And where's Matt? Is Matt gone? I think Matt is gone. Oh, Matt, if I'm awake, I'm gonna come check you on your show, my brother. So yeah, other than that, guys, battery's dying, everything's dying. I'll see you soon. Adios, my amigos.